Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. Ohio State President Ted Carter resigned yesterday. This after Carter disclosed he had an inappropriate relationship with someone seeking public resources to support her business. Carter had the role as president for 2 years. On the ice, the Columbus Blue Jackets lost at home in overtime for the second game in a row, this time to the Los Angeles Kings. The Jackets are right back at it in Tampa tonight. Coverage starts at 6:30 right here on The Fan. And the Cleveland Cavaliers beat the Philadelphia 76ers 115-101. James Harden had 21 points in the victory and eclipsed 29,000 points in his career, becoming just the 9th player in NBA history to do so. This update is sponsored by Ramos Roofing. Request your free roof or exterior assessment today at ramosroofingohio.com. Ramos Roofing, reliable, local, built right. Breaking sports news right here on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Breakfast time!
Hello, welcome to T-Bone and Tyvis. Can I take your order?
Just want a little breakfast.
Hey, you want some crabs? Because I got some of them.
Get ready to drive through the intersection of football, food, and fun. Featuring producer Dylan.
Who are the 5 best rappers of all time?
Special guests.
You serious?
And you. Wake up.
For what?
It's time for T-Bone and Tyvis.
Welcome in. Happy Tuesday to you. Good morning, go to hell. I'm T-Bone. He's Tyvis. Tyvis, how are you?
I am doing well. Yesterday I got to, I did something that I haven't done in about a week and a half.
What's that?
We grilled, and then I went for a walk around my neighborhood.
Look at that. It was a
Yeah.
beautiful evening yesterday.
It was a very nice evening.
What did you eat that you needed to walk off?
My wife grilled burgers and hot dogs and broccoli.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
So you got some
Balance.
protein, some veggie.
No buns.
Oh, well, I mean, we're never going to see eye to eye on that. I mean,
It's actually better.
it stops. it can be okay. It
is actually better.
Since we're there already. Welcome to Hot Take Tuesday, I guess.
Take Tuesday!
That's called Insane Take Tuesday, apparently. But yeah, whatever.
Have you never had a grilled burger?
Of course I
without
have.
the bun?
Yes, I have.
It's delicious. Right off the grill, though.
Tyvis,
It's delicious.
okay. I like a burger like you're talking about. I can eat if you give me a knife and fork and I just cut the
Yeah.
burger up and eat pieces of it
put
like a
in
little.
put some ketchup or mustard to the side.
Yes,
and just
but-
dip it in there.
Tyvis, there was a time in our society where some of us grew up eating hamburger steak because it's just like we don't have the money for real steak. We got ground beef money and we're
Yeah.
going to form that into a patty
Yeah.
like Salisbury steak is,
Yeah.
right.
Delicious.
It's fine. But if you want a burger because you want the bun, the cheese, the toppings all in it's a texture thing at some point. It's a taste profile that it's a combination of those ingredients. I'm not saying it's healthy. I'm saying when you're like it tastes better. I mean maybe
it's
to you,
almost,
not
it's
to me.
It's disrespectful to the cook.
What do you mean?
Anytime somebody make you something and you got to do stuff to it to make it better, like that's
Like put it on bread?
that's
Well,
disrespectful to the cook.
No.
If it's
That's
really that good, you don't need nothing.
you're that's okay.
I'm with you on that when it comes to like sauces and condiments or like
Yeah.
putting salt and pepper on your food right in their face. That's
Right.
one thing.
Right.
Putting meat on bread, that's not in the same vein.
That's
It is.
if you're making if someone said, "Do you want a burger?" and I said yes, and then they were like, "Here you go," and it was a plate with some ground beef on it, I would be like, "Well, where's the burger?" Like you didn't say, "Do you want some ground beef together, with cheese on it?" Then I would say, "Okay, I guess." But like if you say I'm having a burger, I anticipate certain things. So you walked off not even having the bun?
That's great.
I mean, at least go walk it off. At least if you're gonna go walking afterwards, I mean, come on.
Why you say it like that?
Because that doesn't. I mean, you're like, yeah, I had to go walk off this burger with no bun and no
it was
toppings.
it was nice in the
Do you
neighborhood.
put condiments on it? Do you put like cheese and tomato?
My wife had some cheese on it. Yeah.
Any lettuce, tomato?
No.
Wow, got rid of all the healthy stuff. That's way to go. It's good. All right, so Tyvis ate a burger with nothing on it, and then walked
I had a
around.
hot dog too,
That's good. That's nice.
and then I had broccoli.
Anything with the hot dog, you're just eating
Nah, you just
raw dog and the hot dog. Huh?
Just that's right. Hey, by the way, Ohio State is looking for a new president. That news came down yesterday morning, and we didn't get a chance to talk about it. But my God, Ted Carter, Slapshot, they call him, right? Maybe it's Backshot. No, I don't know what the name is exactly for Ted Carter. Anyway, Ted Carter's out at Ohio State. Had to resign after apparently a scandalous, I guess he had to come clean to the board that he was having some kind of a relationship, inappropriate relationship.
She was seeking public resources.
The exact quote is inappropriate relationship with someone seeking public resources to support her business. Okay. That sounds like the excuse he told his wife at first and said, you know what, that's good enough for everybody else.
So it was one of those, you scratch my back, I scratch your back.
Something was getting scratched. I guess. I don't know what all the scratching and anything else that was happening. I can't speak to, but so that, by the way, Ted Carter is making $1.5 million a year to be the president of the Ohio State University.
Not anymore.
Nope. That's gone.
When you resign, like, that's it.
Well, I looked up. So there's a couple different entities that have been reporting on this. I know NBC4 has been.
He should have got fired to collect unemployment.
That's what he resigned. He did the classy thing. I know that the Rooster has been reporting on this local journalism outfit there. They are reporting that the podcast, it was a podcast essentially. There was a woman by the name of Chrysanth Vlachos, allegedly. That's the person who was on this podcast, the Call Out podcast, allegedly, that she did an episode or something where Ted Carter was on it. But apparently the rumor is that they were using like some of the resources at Ohio State, like a media room or something there, maybe at WOSU. I'm not sure. That's the allegation. Those are some of the resources that were being used, right? Where she didn't work for the school, but she was getting access to things like that in return for whatever their inappropriate relationship was. Allegedly.
Okay.
I only bring this up because we work in the media world, and I've heard, regardless of what this podcast is, now I'm aware of it. And by the way, Ted Carter was on it multiple times. So, okay. But this podcast.
So it got views and stuff.
Well, dozens of views it got.
Like, I can go look this up.
You can. The Call Out podcast. You can go look it up and see it for yourself.
What's it called?
The Call Out, like CALLOUT, the Call Out podcast. It says that I only bring this up because the description of this fascinated me. It says that they were connecting military and veterans to the future of energy and utilities using AI. Can anybody tell me what that means? Because I have no idea. I've been in this medium for a very long time, and the one thing they tell you is always have like a clear description of what your show is, right? Like if you've never heard us say this, the way I would describe this show is football, food, and fun. That's like 90% of what we're going to talk about on this show. Other times we vary, we go other places, but that's like we try to have something quick that you can grasp that says, yeah, this is what the podcast is. I have more problems with this podcast than I do the affair at this point because I don't understand what the hell that means. But anyway, Ted Carter was a veteran, so that's why he presumably was on it, and maybe other reasons. I don't know. Anyway, apparently Jobs Ohio says they sponsored this podcast. It's just a mess.
Does this mean we can't make fun of Sharon Moore in Michigan anymore? Because that was my first thought.
That's exactly what my first thought.
As soon as I heard this news yesterday, I said, hide the butter knives. Like, keep them away. I don't know what's going to happen here.
We got no mileage out of the Sharon Moore in Michigan story. Thanks, Ted Carter.
Yeah, because now the Michigan fans, they all have the absolutely right response, which I can't defend, which is, oh, yeah, well, at least it was just our football coach. This guy ran your whole university. You know what? Fair point. I have no argument there. I hate to say it. Now, granted, Michigan's had plenty of other scandals, too, that they can go back and point to, but whatever, man.
You sure? Am I on the right thing on YouTube?
The Call Out podcast?
He just wants to find an episode.
No, because it.
How many views does it have?
That's the problem. That's the problem. You mean to tell me? Hold on, wait a minute.
How many views does it have, Tyvis?
I really don't want to say.
How many is it?
I'm embarrassed to say.
How many is it?
It says Ted Carter leaves military to power, part 1, episode 13.
Okay. Call Out podcast. How many views? I'm sure it's millions. It's the president of the Ohio State University. The Ohio State University president on your podcast. Big get.
You ready for
How many views?
656. This episode dropped 1 year ago.
Oh no.
And how many of those 50 views do you think have been in the past 24 hours of people like Tyvis being curious?
Absolutely right.
This can't be right. This can't be right.
No, it is. That's the problem. Is it? Yeah.
This cannot be right.
Yeah. That.
Ted Carter and Luke Mansfield. Why Outech Views is home. 339 views 1 month ago.
Are you telling me that the tagline "Connecting Military and Veterans to the Future of Energy and Utilities via AI" isn't a compelling podcast idea? I'm shocked.
This got to be
wow.
on. This must be the wrong. Like YouTube must not be like they big platform. There's no way.
I don't know what platform would make it something that anybody would want to listen to that, unless you are a person who made it. Like, you have to be one military or veteran, right? Which I thought is the same thing.
656 views.
And then you're connecting them with people who work in like electrical and utilities field. Okay. And then you're adding in, but they're doing their jobs using AI. And that's the audience for this podcast. I mean, you're supposed to get specific for podcast audiences, but I guess I've heard worse pitches for a podcast, as bad as that is, but yeah, I just, regardless of whatever the relationship was, like, I'm offended by this podcast, quite honestly. I can't believe that's a thing.
I can't find them on Spotify, Tyvis, so that's not their main platform.
I don't know what is.
This is absurd. This man threw it all away for 656 views.
I
don't think that's what it was. I don't think he was just interested in podcast views, my friend. I think he was a little more interested in something else, right? I mean, come on.
This is a mistake.
Very simple.
Sex.
That's right. I mean, that's it.
This must be a typo on YouTube.
Hey, whatever. I mean, people are like, "Oh, I feel bad for him." It's like, yeah, I feel bad in the sense that, like, you screwed up. I don't know what your marriage happens here after that. I don't know, whatever. Like, the guy was making $1.5 million a year to basically be a figurehead at Ohio State. He was, I mean, in my opinion, he was kind of a goober. So whatever. Now we get to, you know who they're going to call immediately. I don't know who Ohio State's going to call, but I have an opinion on who they're going to call.
Is it Jimmy?
You would think that. I mean, the guy was a president of a university. He's based here locally, and pretty soon he won't be right. Aren't they? Are we electing a new governor at some point soon? Am I wrong?
Did he say he wasn't running?
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, so he won't be the lieutenant governor once the new administration comes in. So I'm just saying he will have other jobs.
That's too much of a layup, though.
Yeah, why would we do like a layup like that?
Because it's tattoos. That's why.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
They should sign him, and then he should get a tattoo right there on the podcast. Get it on his
playing a PlayStation or an Xbox, right? Yes.
Get it right on his hind.
I agreed, totally. By the way, speaking of scandals here in Central Ohio, we have another scandal. And this one involves a pro sports team here in Central Ohio. We'll talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and welcome to your Tuesday. Not really seeing traffic building out there, at least if you're heading downtown. A live look at that 71 area over by 5th Avenue, right before 670. That is operating pretty smoothly this morning. For our friends on the north side, from Powell to Westerville, that's looking great. 270 in both directions. Even 315 southbound, your speeds are 75 miles per hour out there. And for our friends in Madison County, good morning to you. 70 eastbound, definitely the way to go if you're heading downtown. 42 to 270 will only take you about 12 minutes. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Common Man here for Jermaine. Everybody's talking about affordability when buying a car these days, but the truth is, GoJermaine.com has a great selection of affordable inventory. Maybe that tax return's going to hit your mailbox pretty soon. Well, go see my friends because they have 300 new cars under 30 grand, over 300 used cars under 20 grand, and it's only at GoJermaine.com. And along with their $1,000 price promise, no one's going to sell you a car for less. Get started at GoJermaine.com.
Get eco.
Hey, Aaron. Hey, Jerry. You know, as much as I enjoy being a professional inventor, a few of my dream inventions still elude me.
Oh, yeah? Like what?
Well, the bruiseless avocado.
Ooh.
The unlosable TV remote.
Could change the world.
And for you, Aaron, the uncloggable drain.
Get eco.
Until you crack it, Jerry. You know our 93 or free drain clearing offer is the next best thing.
Okay. Explain yourself.
Get eco.
Our drain team will clear your drain for just $93. If we can't clear it, it's free. And we guarantee it'll stay clear for at least a year, or we will clear it again for free.
Get Eco.
We'll even send our little robot camera down there to make sure you don't have a larger problem that could cause more trouble in the future.
Get Eco.
You think your guys could bring that robot over to my place and help me find that TV remote?
I think that's impossible even for us.
Get Eco.
Eco, plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians.
GetEco.com.
At ADP, we know you want your landscape business to succeed, but we don't know anything about landscaping. ADP only knows how to handle the business of your small business. So if ADP focuses on the payroll and the HR, while you focus on the land and the scaping, success should follow. Just don't expect us to know all about Kentucky bluegrass, zero-turn cutting, or what to do with a woodchuck. That's for you to figure out. Let ADP help your small business focus on the part of the business you're good at. ADP for small business.
And now, Public Education Matters with Ohio Education Association President Jeff Wensing.
March is Women's History Month, and together we are celebrating all the amazing women who have shaped the course of education in the United States and who have shaped our lives in the classroom. When young girls see strong women leading the way, they learn they can become strong leaders too and write their stories in the history books of tomorrow.
Public Education Matters, brought to you by the Ohio Education Association.
Some foot issues just can't be fixed by those expensive shoe stores or shoe inserts. A foot exam from a doctor of podiatric medicine, who is the medical expert in foot and ankle care, may give solutions after doing a complete foot examination. If you suffer from foot, heel, or ankle pain, let us help you find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association so you know you are being treated by the very best. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
Hi, it's Common Man.
And T-Bone.
Hey, Pizza Madness is here.
Yeah, the brackets are live now at pizzamadness.pizza.
Vote for your favorite pizza place and then be very angry when it does not win.
Brought to you by Billiards Plus.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
A mild start for us this morning with a few clouds, and then as we head into the day, partly sunny to mostly cloudy skies with a chance of some isolated showers and storms in the afternoon. Otherwise breezy and mild with highs in the mid to low 70s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 weather impact forecast.
Just when you thought afternoons couldn't get any dumber.
You fellas been doing a bit of boozing, have you?
Common Man and Timmy.
Weekdays from 3 to 6.
Your home for dumb. The Fan. One of these men was prom king. The other is Tyvis. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
It's a Hot Take Tuesday. You can, of course, get your hot takes off. Just a couple ways to do it. At Bone and Tyvis 971 on Twitter, or you can go to YouTube. 971 The Fan, click on T-Bone and Tyvis. I guess there is a third way, which we should acknowledge. You can go to the Fan app, and you can post your audio there. Just go, there's a record audio section. You hit that, you talk into your phone, and it will record your audio.
Who no, not Rusty. Was it Snagglepuss?
It was Snagglepuss that
he
had
got
one.
a deep voice.
He does, yes, and he had a good hot take in there. So, yeah, there's a lot of hot takes right now that we're getting. Mario, the latest, said, Hot Take Tuesday, Jim Tressel, next Buckeye president.
He said, Hot Take Tat Tuesday.
Oh, Hot Take Tat Tuesday. I didn't see that. That's good. That's
Jim
good.
Tressel should get a block O tatted right on his ace.
Rusty said, Hot Take Tuesday, Joshua Perry, the next OSU president. Look at that. You've been shaming that man's plates all this time, and then now he's going to be the president of the Ohio State University, and you're now where are you going to be?
Oh, you know, first of all, Joshua would make a great president. I think one day he should run for governor of or mayor of Columbus. I think he'd win it by a landslide.
He would.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. You know, I'd vote for him. And he would, you know what? He'd bring some respectability to the office. That's what I'd say. Joshua Perry. And, oh, by the way, if you didn't like what you were saying, after a while, you could just be like, all right, Oklahoma drill. And then just like, boom, like, let's see, we're going to settle this right now.
Line it up.
I don't know, like him and the chief of police are disagreeing about something. Then like, let's line it up. Let's see. Let's figure it out.
I don't think Joshua will want to do that.
No, probably not. Because he's too smart.
No, Joshua had to retire because he had too many concussions.
Oh, you were talking about the Oklahoma drill. I was saying he's too smart to get into politics because it's insane people who get into politics these days. But
He does look very distinguished when he wants to be. you see him on
of
NBC.
course. Yeah,
Yes.
he's always. I mean, he's a very distinguished gentleman. He's very stylish.
He looks like a goober.
By the way, I worked the Jackets game yesterday. You know how long they had the puck in overtime officially?
45 seconds.
I would guess. I was going to say less than 30 seconds.
2 seconds. How can you win a game?
Is that when Provorov took it and just flipped it back up the ice?
He
And
just
said,
they didn't have possession the whole time. Provorov gets the puck and he says,
Just
"Do you know
immediately
what?
gives it back.
Have it back."
I mean, now to be fair,
he's under a lot of scrutiny.
And this
Well,
is just after we gave him praise last week.
well, that's over. Yeah, that
And you know what?
you can't have those moments in games like this where I know it's only they got the point in overtime. You didn't see it yesterday. They lost 5-4. 5-4, right? Was the final score for the Kings
Yes.
game. Went to overtime. They were down. Familiar story like with the Mammoth game, right? Where they were down, got back in the third period, tied it up, and then it was to overtime, and then they lost in overtime. But at least in that Mammoth game, it wasn't like this. This one, they just didn't touch the puck the entire overtime, basically. So.
Well, the reason why I bring this up is because my hot take is if Adam Fantilli can't play defense, don't come on the ice for overtime.
I mean, he's scoring goals or had been, right? So it's like, I mean, we'll take him in 5-on-5. Yeah, but
Yes.
that I don't know. I mean, I still have to remind myself with him, like, he is still a young player, but also there are critical moments where you have to get the job done. And yeah, it's overtime yesterday was not the best showing from this Jackets team by any stretch.
You know what that was, T-Bone?
What was it? What do you mean?
This is like his third year. It's time. The other dudes in his draft class,
Fine.
they're playing great.
I'll wear it.
Okay,
That was loser talk on my part. I rescind it. Adam Fantilli, why are you not? I don't know. What's the trophy you get? The heart? The Lady Bing? I don't know. Whatever trophy. I always forget which trophy is which for whichever position player. But yeah, whatever trophy you should be competing for. Why haven't you won it yet? I agree. Let's go there. This is not ideal for some former Columbus Crew players. Ex-Crew winger Yao Yaboa and midfielder Derek Jones were handed a lifetime ban by Major League Soccer after an investigation revealed the two, this is a quote, extensively gambled on soccer games, which, of course, they play soccer. The league said the two bet on Columbus Crew matches in 2024 and continue to bet on games in 2025. Yaboa left Columbus in 2025 to join Los Angeles FC. Jones played just 3 times for Columbus that year. The two were dealt suspensions by MLS at the end of 2025, but at the time, the league said it was an administrative leave pending league review of potential violations and MLS league rules. Here is basically what happened. On October 19th of the 2024 season, apparently, they are alleged to, the investigation says both of those guys placed a wager and or let other people know, allegedly, whatever.
That was going to get a yellow card.
Yeah. That apparently Derek Jones is going to get a yellow card. Well, in the 35th minute of the first half, he was booked for a yellow card, which if you don't follow soccer and you don't know how that works, like you can get a yellow card for a lot of different things. He got one for it was a decently rough foul, but the way that foul was, I don't remember that game specifically, but I can tell you that's not the foul that typically gets a yellow card. So what that means is he probably was from the get-go just fouling guys left and right. Because what a referee will do sometimes is he'll give a yellow card and he'll point to like over there, over there, over there, over there, enough. And then he'll give you a yellow card saying persistent infringement is what they call that, where you're fouling a bunch of times. So I'm guessing the foul he did was a little bit rough, but it wasn't the type of foul that usually gets you a straight yellow card. He had been already fouling people. So he was clearly trying to get a yellow in this game, at least in my uneducated view as a soccer fan. That's the way I look at it. But
this is why. So listen,
free Yaboa.
When I see
free Jones, free Class A. Right? Is that where we're going?
No.
Okay. Good.
And Ortiz. First of all, it's not Ortiz. Keep Ortiz. Free Class A. Where I went with this is I thought of two things. One, this is why they getting rid of prop betting.
No
the
kidding.
Athletes is making it. They're gonna really the best way these leagues gonna be able to operate is you're gonna have to get rid of prop betting, and that's gonna be for a better. That's boring. Like to just bet straight on games, like that's kind of boring. So it takes a lot of that fun out. But like that's the only way you're gonna be able to really stop certain things. Now, as far as the spread go, like that's a whole nother story.
Well, yeah.
But that was my first thought. My second thought is, they know, maybe they mismanaging money.
Oh, you're saying like
the athletes.
I don't know the
athletes
answer on
that's
that.
doing this, they must be bad with money.
Well,
because Yeboah he was making roughly $500,000, $600,000.
Yeah, which in MLS is like a decent salary. Obviously, in like the NFL, not a huge salary.
Right.
But yeah,
but like
in
me,
MLS, it's a decent salary.
As a rookie in the league, my starting salary was $450,000. That was plenty. That was more than enough. I was able to do what I wanted to do, and I didn't live a crazy lifestyle. And when it was all over, said and done, I was able to put a lot of money away.
Yeah.
I don't understand how. Now, I know what those checks kind of look like. I understand that there's agent fees, there's,
of course,
all these other things, your place to live, all of those things. So I understand all of that. But the fact that you're telling me you're willing to risk your money for the rest of your life, you're willing to put it on the line for a couple dollars. One or two things. Either you mismanage your money or you trying to be too good of a friend to some people that don't need your friendship. That to me,
and that could absolutely be it too. Yeah, because there is a thing there where people they reach out to you and say, hey, I was thinking of this. What do you think? And if your answer isn't immediately like, no, absolutely not, I would never compromise my career for that, then you get into some trouble where it's like, well, hey, what if
fake?
Yeah,
you can't look out for me. Like, what you mean? You can't do this one little thing for me so I can make this money? Since you don't want to loan it to me, you can't just, you know what I'm saying? Help me out in this situation. And I'll be like, I'd rather just give you the money then. I'd rather just loan you the money than you just do this, because if you get caught and I get caught, then none of us gonna make no money.
No, it's what sucks too, just for crew fans on this, is that like Yeboah scored the goal in the 2023 MLS Cup that the crew, they won MLS Cup 2-1. He scored the second goal.
And all people gonna remember him for now is gambling.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, if you go back and look at this goal, it was a brilliant pass from a guy named Multi Amundsen who made the pass in this. Like, he made it from the back line. It was like one of the best passes I've ever seen on a soccer field. I was right there in front of, or like behind that goal. Saw it live. Dropped my jaw.
And stained the whole thing.
Oh, it was, well, no, it doesn't stain the championship because obviously they won it, but it's like, man, that's what your legacy could have been. Like that's what, unfortunately now for him, he will be associated as the guy who got banned forever from gambling on sports, at least in MLS.
Well,
he won't be the guy who should be coming back, even if the rest of his career never panned out to anything. It's like, hey, that's the guy who scored the game-winning goal in MLS Cup.
Well, they'll say that first, and then they'll say gambling.
Yeah, but like, he'll never be welcome back on TV. No. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that where they can say, hey, look, here's a guy who's scored in this big moment. We're going to have him be an analyst for this game or whatever. If he has any interest in doing stuff like that.
He can kiss that goodbye.
He was a beloved player, too, by a lot of crew fans. So it's just, yeah. I mean, Derek Jones less, so he was more of a role player, but fine. But like, Yeboah had...
Who got the yellow card?
Derek Jones. Not even Yao. Yao's just like an accomplice, I guess, in this whole thing. I don't know. Whatever.
Take Derek Jones and free Yao.
Free Yeboah. Yeah. All right, 2 minutes away. Oh, by the way, I should mention, like, NFL, we know NFL free agency happened. We're going to get to that 7 o'clock hour. We will talk a lot of NFL free agency when we get to 7 o'clock. However, next, spring ball starting up for Ohio State. Spring practice starts today. We'll tell you what we're looking for in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
No crashes to report right now, but a heads up for tonight. We will be seeing some bridge work continuing on 70 at that Fisher Road area. After yesterday, we had some debris falling from that bridge for an early morning commute out there. So once again, repairs tonight to prevent more debris from falling out there. So make sure to keep that in mind if you're heading towards that area on the west side. Crew members will certainly be out and about. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Didn't meet your goals in January? At Low T Center, we extended our free testosterone test. Low T Center also works with most insurance plans and continues to be the most trusted name in the TRT industry. Book your appointment today at lowtcenter.com. That's lowtcenter.com.
Hey, Columbus, big news. For a limited time, get Uber One free for a full year so you can save on food and rides. That's a $96 value on us. Just use code Columbus. Get 1 year of $0 delivery fees, 10% off eligible food and grocery orders, and up to 6% Uber One 1 credits on rides. Sign up for this limited time offer today using code Columbus and save big with Uber One. Offer valid through 3/31/26. Savings and $0 delivery fee on eligible orders and rides only. Fees and terms apply. See app for details.
Refi your car loan at Kemba Financial Credit Union and get up to $500 cash back the next day. Sometimes a little extra cash is all you need to put a boost in your step and your bank account. More money, less stress. It's easy. Apply at Kemba.org. Restrictions apply. Ends April 18th, 2026. Equal opportunity lender.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, owner of Don's Garage Door Service. Most repairs are simple, but if left untreated, they can turn into costly repairs. Your garage door works hard every day, and a little maintenance goes a long way. We fix garage doors fast with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. Over 90,000 5-star reviews don't happen by accident. They happen by putting people first. Fixing your garage doors is what we do. From repairs to upgrades, call Don's Garage Door Service today.
Question from a listener: do you dopes ever get tired of talking about Ohio State? No. The Buckeye Show.
Weeknights at 6.
The Fan. Tyvis is drinking a protein shake for breakfast. T-Bone is eating a protein donut. Minus the protein.
And it's more than one donut.
You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
It is a Hot Take Tuesday. More of your hot takes coming up in a second. But Ohio State heading into spring practice today. Tyvis, the number one thing, what is the biggest key thing that you are looking at in spring practice for Ohio State football as we head into it today?
Probably the defense, right?
That's what I would think.
You lost a lot of talent. You know, you flipped your whole roster. There's 51 new players on that roster. 51 new players in the program. That's ridiculous.
I remember when Deion Sanders did that, and everyone said he was like, "This is the Antichrist coming to college football. We can't allow that." And now it's like every program basically is, whether they'll admit it or not, has taken the Deion approach when it comes to getting recruits and transfer portal like together. That's what we're doing now.
What is it? I think it's 105 typically on the roster.
Yeah, they just changed those rules, right?
Like that's, whew. So to hear that, like that to me is wild, but. You think about all the players that you lost defensively, I want to see who replaces them. Now, we got in our minds, we got kind of guys penciled in, but like, I want to see what the transfer portal kids look like. Was these guys as good as advertised? Because it was such a huge uproar when everybody was hitting the portal, especially the wide receivers and all these guys. And we was all like, man, Ohio State just not going to retain none of their backups and none of that. Well, some of those guys would have been competing for starting roles. And I think to me, that's where I had the biggest issue. Not with the program, but necessarily with the player. It's like you waited this long to finally have an opportunity to compete for the starting role, and now you're gone. Like that, I didn't understand that one. So to see guys that they got in the portal and young guys that's maybe stuck around, that's sticking it out, trying to fight for a job, the defensive side of the ball to me has probably the most openings.
Yeah,
so I would want to see that play out.
Well, the most openings, but also like the most high impact openings where I keep bringing this up because I feel like people in the national championship season, that obviously that defense was very good too.
Mm-hmm.
That offense was, I think, a little further along than this year's offense was. I think that's fair to say.
Oh,
it was a running game that you had compared to this past year.
The biggest difference of the seasons.
But still, I would take last year's defense over the defense from 2 years ago as far as the talent and all that. And I think that's something that, I don't know if it's just copium. I don't know if it's just people not remembering things or if it's just literally people don't believe what they say and they just say it to say it. I don't know. But like the idea that, well, they replaced a bunch of talent last year on defense, so they'll just do it again this year. They replaced a bunch of second and third rounders with first round draft picks. And I'm saying, like, those guys are leaving now, and I hope the next crop is as good. But if those guys return to being like second and third round type guys, which would still be very good defense, you can still have a very good defense. This offense better take that next step because, like you said, the holes you're feeling I think they got bigger last year, not smaller. You know what I mean? Like, yes, replacing fifth-year seniors like JT Tuimoloau and Jack Sawyer and those guys, that did take a lot, but you replaced them with guys who are now going to probably get drafted, at least a couple of them going to get drafted higher than those guys.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, when you look at the defense from 2 years ago, you lost both edges, Jack Sawyer, JT. You lost your entire defensive line. You lost Cody Simon and Denzel Burke and Lathan Ransom. That was who you lost. And you replaced them with Lathan got replaced by Jalen McClain, who's still here. Cody got replaced by Arvell, first-round pick.
Yeah.
Ty Hamilton and Mike Hall. Was it Mike Hall?
Right. I think that's right. Was that the year before?
Or was that the year before? I can't remember.
I can't remember.
Well, they got replaced by Caden McDonald,
who's going to be possibly a first-round pick.
Yeah, Edric Houston is still here. And then the edge, Jack Sawyer and JT got replaced by Kenyatta and Caden Curry, who...
Well, Caden Curry isn't going to be like a first-round pick. Right, yeah. But he's going to probably get drafted. Like, my point is, though, on this defense, you are losing guys who are going to be first-round picks, and you are going to have to replace those, and it's going to have to be a big step up for some of these guys. Now, I'm curious to see that linebacker position because, as you know, you're playing essentially, for 2 spots, right? Because, I mean,
you would imagine Peyton Pierce has a spot locked up. It's only one probably open.
I agree with that.
Peyton Pierce is starting. I'm going to tell you, let me just break the news for you. Play the breaking news.
I got to find it.
Breaking news.
How about hot take?
Peyton Pierce probably is going to be your starting linebacker.
All right, well, then you've got Christian Aliegra, who came in from Wisconsin, the transfer.
Yes.
And you've got Riley Pettijohn.
Yeah.
Who's also,
I'm saying, so that's called a competition.
Yes. That room there, and I don't know. It's weird because I feel like some people have gone the opposite way that you have and said that the penciling in is being done for Christian Alliegro as like James Laurinaitis went out and got this guy, wanted him here, that kind of thing.
I mean, he's veteran experience,
played in the Big Ten at Wisconsin,
was a good linebacker. So if he won the job, it wouldn't shock me.
What I'm saying is you've got at least three guys there. And I'm sure if we talk to James, he would, tell you all the guys that he has, right? Who are all very talented.
I think when we had him on, we talked about that and he mentioned all of those guys.
Yeah,
and he said he was excited to see a Pettijohn and an Alford go out there because, those are young guys that are very talented. And the thing with them, the way Ohio State's been playing linebackers these past couple of years is they've rotated them.
Yeah, right.
Like we've seen Pettijohn last year, we've seen Peyton Pierce a lot last year. So even if you did start off with Peyton Pierce and the kid Christian from Wisconsin, if you started off with them two, I think we still see Pettijohn at some point. We still see Alfred at some point. I think that you're going to rotate those guys through the course of a game.
Yeah, I also think clearly the secondary having to replace a safety in Caleb Downs.
That's going to be that's. He's a one of one.
Right.
This dude is arguably the best safety of all time at Ohio State.
And that's coming from a guy who played the position.
Correct.
And you played with some guys. You yourself were great, but you played with some other guys who were talented too.
You think of Mike Doss, you think of Malik Hooker, Jack Tatum. He's in that ilk.
And that's who
if somebody wanted to tell me that Caleb Downs is Ohio State's best safety, which they probably wouldn't. I think the hands-down conclusion is probably Mike Doss. But if you wanted to make the case that he's a better player than Mike Doss, I'd listen to it.
Right. And look, they went out and got Earl Little Jr. and Terry Moore were the two transfer guys that were both safeties, right? So it's not like they're not trying to address that problem. They are. So these are some of the things on the defensive side of the football that I'm curious to see who steps up in those spots. Who emerges from this spring practice, which, again, it's spring practice. We got the spring game coming up down the road. After all that, where does the dust settle? Who ends up kind of coming out of that as being the guys that we anticipate filling those roles? But
we all know that ultimately it comes down to, and it's Jeremiah's fault. We always want to see who's that true freshman that's like Jeremiah Smith. Do they have one? Do they got a guy that can come in and make a huge impact? Because Chris Henry Jr., Guilford, with those, we need those guys to be that because we lost the depth at receiver. So therefore you need those guys to come in and be of that stature, and people aren't really hearing that he's a true freshman excuse anymore because last couple of years, true freshmen have come in and, done some significant things.
Yeah.
When it comes to the defense, though, and you were saying what they need to replace, I think the more positive Ohio State fan would say this time last year, we didn't think that the defense was going to be better than the year before. And I think the more, I'll say, realistic people like me and you, Bone, that might get labeled as negative is that's going to be really hard to do 2 years in a row.
What I'm saying is right. Like, to say that we all thought last year, everyone said, oh, last year we didn't think this defense would be any good, like you're bringing up. Everyone also said, then we saw what happened, and we saw some of the, but like, I don't think people said, I don't think Sonny Styles can play. Right. I don't think people said now they maybe hadn't been as familiar with Arvell Reese. Like, we're familiar with these players. Mm-hmm. It's not necessarily like, oh, these guys all suck.
Right,
and they're
Riley Pettijohn's 5-star recruit.
Yeah, like I know these are talented players, and I know that they've got a chance now to step up and do their thing. What I'm saying is to act like you just said with, Jeremiah Smith on the offensive side, people just say like, oh, true freshmen can just come in and be good like Jeremiah Smith. That doesn't always happen. On the defense side of the football, see Devin Sanchez last year. True freshman. Everyone said, he's Jeremiah Smith on defense. Well, he's still good. He can still be a good player. Took some time. That's all we're saying. So it's going to take time for this to work out. Morning Wood coming up next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning to you. Still no issues to report out there, but we are seeing traffic build up just slightly for our friends in New Albany. No surprise here. 161 and 62 getting a little bit busier out there, especially for our friends in our southeast corner, Canal, Winchester, Pickerington. Of course, we're looking at two different places. 33 westbound at Pickerington Road down to 37 miles per hour. Also pretty slow moving 33 westbound over by Gender Road. But hey, better news. Once you're passing those areas, 33 and 270 still looking nice and green on our time saver traffic map. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Do you suffer from leg pain, leg swelling, varicose veins, or leg ulcers? Dr. Joseph Senta and Dr. Barry Zeta at Ohio Vein and Vascular Polaris, and now at their second location in Reynoldsburg, are pioneers in the vein and vascular field. They can perform minimally invasive procedures that will get you back on track to a pain-free life. Stop living with leg pain and start the process to healthy living with a free healthy leg screening. Go to loveyourveins.com or call 614-426-VEIN. That's 614-426-VEIN or loveyourveins.com.
The nightmare of the cleared drain. Those drain clearing specials from the other guys seem like a great deal until you realize the only thing really going down your drain is your money. At the Waterworks, we mean clean. Our service doesn't just clear your drains, it cleans them too. It's done right the first time, so that nightmare of a drain becomes a dream come true. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call 614-232-2222 to get started.
Common Man here for Jermaine. Everybody's talking about affordability when buying a car these days, but the truth is, GoJermaine.com has a great selection of affordable inventory. Maybe that tax return's going to hit your mailbox pretty soon. Well, go see my friends because they have 300 new cars under 30 grand, over 300 used cars under 20 grand, and it's only at GoJermaine.com. And along with their $1,000 price promise, no one's going to sell you a car for less. Get started at GoJermaine.com.
The Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the place to be for all the basketball action. Watch every game at once on 2 video walls spanning 50 feet, plus over 30 TVs. Come show off your jump shot in our King of the Court drawings and take home memorabilia from a Cleveland basketball legend. We've also got unbeatable game day food and drinks all season long. Guarantee your spot. Reserve a table with up to $300 in dining credits at HollywoodColumbus.com. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Want to hear a shocking statistic? Medical malpractice is the 3rd leading cause of death in America. Don't believe it? Google it. And that doesn't count serious injuries like birth injuries to perfectly healthy children. All doctors wear white jackets, but it doesn't make them all the same. Most medical errors are committed by the same quacks over and over again. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Many hospitals looking for more profits are forcing doctors and their groups to be employees of the hospital or be forced out of their system. It's a troubling trend in medicine. People make mistakes, but medical mistakes are huge and often forever. If you believe your child suffered a birth injury or a misdiagnosis or mistake led to a loved one's death or injury, let our team of medical malpractice lawyers examine your case for free. No recovery, no fee. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.com.
Morgan & Morgan, Ohio office located at 600 Vine Street, Cincinnati. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Hey friends, Beamer here, and I just want to let you know our son's about to turn 3 here this week. Baby boy number 2, he could show up any day now. And as you know, I got started on Awaken 180 because I wanted to keep up with the boys, with the babies. Well, it turns out that baby isn't a baby any longer. He has legs and he runs everywhere. Every parent knows this. Kids run their own schedule, so life in our house has gone from busy to really busy, and that's exactly why I'm grateful I started Awaken 180. Chasing a toddler is already a workout. Soon it's going to be 2 little guys who don't slow down. Since losing the weight, I've got more energy. I'm sleeping better. I'm not dragging through the day. I'm more present. And more importantly, I'm more patient. And that matters because this is not about looking different. It's about being active with my boys now and being there for them years from now. Awaken 180 gave me a clear plan, real coaching, and results that last. If you've got a busy season coming up or you're already in one, now's the time to do so. Awaken180weightloss.com. Get started today.
Catch all the buzzer beaters, upsets, bracket busters, and more at the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. It's the greatest month of the year.
Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
The Fan Poll is sponsored by JT's Pizza and Pub, home of award-winning pizza and 32-ounce Yingling drafts for only $4. All of the hair on their heads is slowly migrating to the lower part of their faces. And cracking. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
More thought on the defensive players for Ohio State this year. I am in no way, shape, or form saying, like, write them off. They're not going to be any good. Nothing like that. I just think the idea that every single year at Ohio State, well, if this team was a top 5 defense, next year they should be top 3. And if they're top 3, then the next year it's like, well, then they should be the number 1 defense. Then after that, it's like, we should invent a new planet where they can play football so then they can be the number 1 defense there. At some point, it is not unreasonable to say this team could maybe take a slight step back defensively from where they were last year, but also maybe the offense could, I don't know, pick things up a little bit this year when it matters in big games. Not be held to less than 2 touchdowns like often happened with this offense. I think that part of the whole defensive offensive thing, that's a part of the equation that I think we could factor in for this year.
I mean, yeah, they were the number 1 statistical defense the past 2 seasons. To go for 3 is a little bit of a stretch.
As we're doing this, Tyvis is just completely like throwing ass on the TV screen here because that's what he does in the cameras when he comes back from 10 TV. Do you think that's fair, Tyvis, to like maybe defensively, if this team isn't the number 1 defense in the country this year, if that ends up happening, but let's say they're still top 5, top 10, that doesn't mean like, oh, season over, now they can't play. It is on the offense to like also pick things up in the tough games, right? Like
Absolutely.
That matters.
To me, I think that there's some key things that you want to see this year for this team to be a national championship team. You want to see Julian saying take the next step. The one thing that Julian has to be better at is when pressure hits, being able to still stand in there and deliver. And he has to be a little bit more mobile. You know, you think about he had a little bit of the CJ in him last year where he didn't really want to run and pick up those yards. Even if it's 3 yards, it's better to call a play on 3rd and 7 than 3rd and 10, right?
Yeah.
So he wanted him to see him be a little bit more better with that on the mobility side. The number 1 thing you want to see is that run game improve. I think
well, of course.
I think that if you look at just the history of Ryan Day taking over as a head coach, years he's had great running backs, they've done really well. Years that they couldn't run the ball, they got stuck at some point in the season. And last year, they fell victim to that. When they had 2 really good backs, they won it all. So I think that you want Arthur Smith to come in here and fix that run game, and you want them to be better in the red zone. On the defensive side of the ball, you just want those guys. They don't have to be number 1. I think that you got to take it. That's a standard. You want those guys to be that because for the past, 3 seasons maybe they've had the number 1 defense, I want to say. So you want that to be the standard, but you also have to understand that you're replacing a lot of key guys on the defensive side of the ball with guys that haven't been a part of this program, haven't been under Matt Patricia, so you don't know exactly how that's going to gel in just 1 year. So you have to have a little bit of patience with that. But if you give them top 5, that's plenty good enough to still go out there and win a national championship.
Right. It's not wrong, by the way, to have a ridiculous standard that, like, well, as long as his defense is top 5, or the top 10.
I just want him to really get takeaways. That's it.
Yeah, true.
You get takeaways, You could be the number 15 defense, but if you number one in takeaways, that right there is the great equalizer.
There you go. More of your hot takes coming up on a Hot Take Tuesday. But we got other business to attend to, right?
It's good to know where you stand on the important issues. Oh, my. This is Morning Wood.
All right, Dylan. Morning Wood question number 1, please.
All right, so NFL free agency technically hasn't started, but it's started. Who would you say has had the best free agent signing thus far?
Are you talking
player or team?
Well,
like a
either,
single,
I guess.
a single player, or like their entire class they've gotten so far?
Best signed player. Let's go with player.
I don't know.
Or I guess the combination of team and fit and contract. Just what signing did you like?
Tyler Linderbaum to the Raiders was a great pick. Was a great signing for the Raiders. I mean, you're going to have Fernando Mendoza, who's a young quarterback, and a young quarterback's going to have a lot of things on his mind. He's got to come out there and figure out what defense they're in, where coverage is. Should I flip the play? Should I can the play and go to the next play? Like, there's a lot on his mind. Protection is probably something that's the last thing on his mind. You got a veteran center in there that can look at the front and be like, hey, you need to check out of this. It just helps a young quarterback out. So I think for Fernando Mendoza, having a Tyler Linderbaum, who's, a top guy at center, like having that guy there helps that whole entire process. So I think that was a really good signing for Vegas.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with that signing, though, as good as it was, like from a fit standpoint on the field, just ignore the price tag, because he is far and away like the highest paid center now, like in the NFL. Like, and that they have the money to do it because they're going to be paying a rookie quarterback, most likely, right? When they draft Mendoza. But that's just that driving up the cost of that. I mean, the Raiders have cap space. They went out and spent a lot and got a lot of players in. I'll tell you a team that I think did a good job yesterday and actually had a good signing. The Bucs were losing Levante David. He's a free agent, and he is, 35, 36 years old, something like that. So they went out and got Alex Anzalone from the Lions and brought him in and got him on a 2-year deal for less than $20 million. I think that's a great fit. I think that's the type of thing that, if you're looking to find something to fill a need, if you can go out and get a guy who's a veteran, who's good, who's probably an upgrade at the position from who you had, and you don't have to pay a ton of money for him. Yeah, I like that a lot. So I know off-ball linebacker, not usually the sexy position everyone looks at, but it's needed on a good defense, and I think that was a great pick by them.
You mentioned the Bucs. Mike Evans said, "I can't win a Super Bowl here with this bum Baker Mayfield. Get me out of here." Yes. To San Francisco.
Did you see all the videos of people saying Mike Evans' hamstrings when he gets next to the electrical substation in San Francisco, and it was just chicken falling off the bone, like it was just ribs that like melt in your mouth? Like, I hope not, for his sake. I hope he's all right. Morning with question number 2, Dylan.
Who would you say has had the worst free agent signing thus far? One that you did not like?
Cleveland Browns.
Oh? Really?
Which one?
Well, they say that the guard that they paid all this money to, they say he did not rank well on PFF.
No, I know that's yeah. I was not. I can't tell you that I'm the biggest evaluator of guard talent, but that's what I go look at. Is like, all right, what are the people who do evaluate it think all the time? And he doesn't blow you away with any of the measurables. So,
and doesn't this signing kind of signal the end of Joel Bitonio in Cleveland as well, who's a beloved Brown?
The decision happens today.
Yeah, they realigned it with the start of free agency. He had like a deadline, I think, a week or two ago, and they've moved it back to this time. So, yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. You know who else I'm out on completely is I don't understand what the Falcons are doing at their quarterback position at all.
Tua?
Well,
Come on, they're both left-handed.
That's
duh.
exactly
they're
what it
both
is.
left-handed, and they're both ouchy all the time. So, like, I don't understand that plan at all. But I guess for Kevin Stefanski, he's used to dealing with a bunch of quarterbacks and everybody being hurt. So now he can go coach that up in Atlanta, I guess. But I think other than both those guys being left-handed, sell me on that quarterback position on that team. I can't be sold on it.
Kevin Stefanski's just smarter than everybody else. He's just 2 left-handed quarterbacks. Yeah. Ryan Clark said on ESPN, he said, I don't care if they throw with their forehead. If neither one of them's healthy, then what are you going to do?
Right. It's like smartest guy in the room syndrome. It's like, but that's literally what a kindergartner would say is like, well, if you have one left-handed quarterback, why not have both of them be left-handed? It's like, yeah, I guess. I mean, you got to set your offense up for the left-handed guy, or maybe admit you don't really have a solution there. I don't know. Maybe Michael Penix Jr. will be the solution if he can stay healthy, but yeah, Tua as your backup plan, that's going to last for all of a game until he gets hurt, and then what do? You're back to square one. So I didn't really understand that move. Let's see. Do we have one more quick Morningwood question?
Yes. If someone put you in charge of their first fast food experience, let's say an alien came down or someone from a different country who doesn't eat fast food, where would you take them and what would you order for their first fast food experience?
You know exactly my answer to that question. So,
no, I don't. What is it?
Sweet and spicy wings at Popeyes.
See?
No, that's
a good question. That's a good answer.
Even though that's a great answer. I'm taking
Chipotle?
Chipotle.
No, of course, that's,
yes.
I don't even know if I don't count that as fast food.
That's like fast
casual.
We'll accept it.
Fine, we'll keep for
okay.
time's
If
sake,
you
we'll keep
want
it fine.
fast food, they're getting the sweet and spicy wings.
Okay, fine.
And they will be addicted, and they will not be able to quit them cold turkey like I did.
Unlike the Browns and Andrew Berry, I will not overthink it. I will simply say, Big Mac, McDonald's, get the meal, get the fries, get
Big
the Coke.
Mac is overrated.
It's
and so is the Big Arch. I had it yesterday.
Oh my god!
It was overrated.
God. Yeah. What? Am I an alien that just landed on this planet? What is happening here? I know it's Hot Take Tuesday, but do we have to be insane? All right, Browns, Bengals, what they do in free agency, we'll discuss it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, a heads up for our west side drivers. We will be seeing crew members out and about with some bridge work happening on Fisher Road right at that 70 area and right before that 70 and 670 split. So you may recall this time yesterday we had some major traffic concerns after debris was falling from that bridge. So yeah, once again, crews will be out there tonight for some lane restrictions. Expect that as they prevent more debris from falling in that area. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Got this. Breathe. You got this. You got this.
In the moments that truly matter, what do? Rise to the occasion. Ohio Health. It's time.
BMI FCU is celebrating their 90th anniversary all year long with monthly sweepstakes. Open a BMI FCU Visa credit card. Enjoy rates lower than the national average and a special rate on balance transfers. Apply today at bmifcu.org/visa.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place. And today we're in my showroom to demonstrate how efficient our windows are.
Whew, it's really cold in here, Wilson.
We call that eco-friendly organic air conditioning.
Drafty windows are a major problem for energy bills and comfort. It's one of the biggest reasons why people get Pella windows.
It really is a problem, Leslie. I'm wearing 3 coats right now, looking like a beanbag with legs.
Get the windows that can completely change the look and feel of your home at PellaColumbus.com.
Yo, Harvey, Zoe, group selfie.
Ooh, nice new iPhone 17, Drewski.
Let's do a triangle formation. I'm in front.
With a center stage front camera, everyone fits in the shot.
You got it at T-Mobile.
But switching takes forever.
Not anymore. Now you can switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes.
Focus, people. Nail your pose.
And you get a new iPhone 17 on them.
No way.
Yes way.
No way.
Yes way, guys. Switch to T-Mobile and get iPhone 17 on us. And right now, we'll pay off your old phone up to $800.
I'm grabbing my phone and switching to T-Mobile right now.
Get back, Harvey. We're taking a... Let's go again, y'all.
With 24 monthly bill credits, finance agreement, 256 gigabytes, $830, eligible trade-in, example iPhone 13, and new qualifying line, $60 plus per month plan with autopay plus taxes and fees. For well-qualified customers, plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. $800 via virtual prepaid card. Card typically takes 15 days after rebate submission, no cash access, and card expires in 6 months. Check out in 15 minutes per line. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Common Man and Bob Capace here for Worthington Jewelers. Bobby, it's bridal sale time.
Our annual spring bridal sale is March 10th through the 21st. Buy one and get one 50% off on all bridal jewelry.
And don't miss the weekend trunk shows featuring the latest styles from the top designers. And Bobby, if custom is the choice, you're the man for that.
Absolutely. Let us make the ring of your dreams.
Check out our custom ring builder at worthingtonjewelers.com, where Columbus gets engaged.
Hey, it's Anthony, and I've got my own good feet story. I fought plantar fasciitis for a while.
That's that horrible heel pain that seems to come out of nowhere. And not being on my feet was not ever going to be an option for me. I did all the home remedies, rolling the tennis ball under my feet. And the relief never really stuck until I went to the Good Feet store, where I was personally fitted with Good Feet arch supports based on my feet and arch size and the goals I have for my lifestyle. As soon as I popped them in my shoes, I could feel the difference. And now every day, my feet feel good. My knees, my hips, my back, they all feel supported and so much better aligned. I've complained about my back for years, but guess what? Nobody's heard me talk like that in a long time. These are a game changer for me every day. They're in my shoes to work out, to go to work, and soon in my golf shoes. The journey to feeling my pain go away has been nothing short of awesome, and just feeling the support I get puts me in a great mood. So stop in either at their store in Grove City or on Polaris Parkway in Westerville, or get started right now at goodfeet.com.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, you may be in big trouble with Chip Wood.
Our owner?
Free oil changes along with alignment?
On any four-tire purchase.
And Goodyear's up to $160 off?
Yep.
Sorry, Mike, but I'm telling.
But the Wood family is behind all this.
Oh, those rascals.
But don't tell the accountants.
Of course not. And what do they do again?
Buy any set of 4 tires at Tire Discounters and get a free alignment and oil change. Make them Goodyears and save up to $160 more.
See store for details.
All the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Hi, this is Max with Buckeye Heating and Cooling. Like your vehicle, your heating, cooling, and plumbing systems need to be maintained. We recommend our True Comfort membership designed to keep things working in tip-top shape. Thanks for letting us keep your home comfortable and plumbing worry-free. But when you need us,
call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios. Driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. Ohio State President Ted Carter resigned yesterday. This after Carter disclosed he had an inappropriate relationship with someone seeking public resources to support her business. Carter had the role as president for 2 years. On the ice, the Columbus Blue Jackets lost at home in overtime for the second game in a row, this time to the Los Angeles Kings. The Jackets are right back at it in Tampa tonight. Coverage starts at 6:30 right here on The Fan. And the Cleveland Cavaliers beat the Philadelphia 76ers 115-101. James Harden had 21 points in the victory and eclipsed 29,000 points in his career, becoming just the 9th player in NBA history to do so. This update is sponsored by Uber Eats. Uber Eats has a great deal waiting for you at Scramblers. From now through March 31st, get a buy one, get one free deal on the Manhandler skillet on the app. Terms apply. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Tyvis says that in all his years being in football locker rooms, he never once looked at another man's junk. He cannot say the same thing about working at this radio station. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Back to Hot Take Tuesday. Some of y'all hot takes. I am Alex the King. Hot Take Tuesday. If you need some kind of condiment or dipping sauce, the food is not good. A1 sauce with steak, cane sauce with chicken tender, ranch with pizza, etc.
I mean,
he's not wrong.
Well, okay.
He's not wrong.
Let's discuss though. I mean, yes, if I get a steak and the first thing that's done is let's put A1 sauce on it, the steak's not good, right? Or you just don't appreciate a good steak because I've had some steaks where I've had to put it on there.
I have not used A1 sauce since I've had my steaks medium. I think it's a well done thing.
Well, yeah, because then you cook all the flavor out of it.
Correct.
You get a tough piece of meat.
And
so
then
now you got to
chewing for 20 minutes.
Yeah, so you got to have some lubrication. You got to put the A1 on there. But when you actually when you cook it properly, you already get that. Put a little pat of butter on top of it. Salt and pepper. That's all you need.
A1 steak sauce is for children.
I like that. It's a good hot take, and I agree with it.
You know, I disagree. I don't think kids need to be eating steak. They haven't earned it. What do they do?
You mean to tell me?
So on one side,
are you
we
telling me your
A1
daughter
steak-
has
So what we've done now is piss off everyone who likes A1 steak sauce and/or anyone who ever got their kid a steak. Now we're just like, by the way, A1 sucks and also your kid sucks. Don't give them steak.
I didn't know what an actual quality steak was until I was a grown-up.
That's fair.
I mean, I agree with
that. Yeah,
but
then you got Bo's kid getting tomahawk steaks without even asking.
Yeah, he did.
This is the type of generation we're dealing with.
Yeah, well, Bo Bishop is doing well for himself.
Let him live. That's fine.
My
I think
kids eat
get your
filet?
kids steak. Wow, look at jeez. Must be nice. Tyvis, man.
Filet and rib.
I guess
You know what?
The 19 jobs are starting to pay off.
I would tell you what's the sickest thing about it. So my oldest, she'd be like, I want a filet. So my wife likes to make fillets and ribeyes on the grill. So we go out to Whole Foods or wherever we get it, and she make them up and cook them on the grill. And my kid, my oldest, Lay, she'd be like one time she was like, I want some of this steak. And I'm looking at her like, steak?
Yeah.
So I cut her a piece of it. Here, you could try it for sure. And she's loved it. And she will eat a whole filet by herself.
Look at that.
The kid's 5 years old.
That's a healthy appetite.
I
That's
hate
good.
it. You know why? Because now it costs me more money.
That's why I have tried not to introduce my kids to steak because I'm like, I don't need this to be the request every week. He's like, Dad, why don't you go get some more porterhouses? It's like, we're T-boned. You're T-boned. I got T-boned. I don't need to hear that. I don't need any of that. But then Alex also said, so like that condiment I get with steak, I'm good. Yeah, that's a good fine take. But cane sauce with chicken tenders, I mean, they are designed for each other. That's way different to me.
I think that is different.
Now, if you're going to say,
I've never really had a chicken tender without sauce.
Really?
I don't think so.
I mean, I'm saying like if I go to Popeyes and I get their tender, which I know you guys think suck.
No,
but
he thinks that they're delicious.
I didn't say they suck. I just said they're the worst thing on the menu.
Okay.
Everything's great at Popeyes.
Okay, they're spicy.
But I gotta get that with the black and ranch.
Same. I get it as well. But I've had it without, and it's still good because there's flavor to it.
I mean, probably, but it's not as good as it should be.
Of course. I am a sauce king as well when it comes to all the chicken tenders. Give me as many sauces as possible. But I feel like chicken tenders are made to be dipped. So that's a difference for me.
I had Benihana's on my birthday. It was on my birthday.
You take your kids with you to Benihana's?
Yeah, but this one we door dashed it this time.
Wait, this still makes no sense to me because you said this before. It's like, well, we took the kids to the circus. Well, actually, we just bought the peanuts and left. We didn't like the whole point of going to Benihana is to watch them cooking in front of you.
Can I tell the story? Can I tell the story?
You ordered out Benihana.
T-Bone, how many times do you need to see the people do the choo-choo train? Like, you watch the show at least 100 times. Like, you know it. You don't need to see it no more.
You get his kids filet. He's going to steakhouse, Japanese steakhouse every other week, apparently. Seen it 100 times. I've been like 3 times in my life, but all right, fine.
Anyways,
you catching food in your mouth, Tyvis?
No.
Okay.
That's done. You do that the first couple of times. But like now, it's like you don't need to see that no more. It's the same
Cut
stuff.
the crap. I'm Tyvis Powell. Give me the food.
They're going to make your rice into a heart. You're going to put the thing, go beep, 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 beep. Like, you're going to see all. You've seen it. You've seen it. It's nothing more that they can do that you haven't seen. So you don't need to see the show anymore.
Children probably haven't seen it.
You're conning yourself into seeing the show.
Fine.
Anyways, I DoorDashed my Benihana's for my birthday. And they forgot my sauce. They forgot the Yum Yums. They forgot every sauce. I didn't get not one thing of sauce. And I ate it. I had basically filet and rice. And it was still all right.
Yeah?
It's the first time I did that. I would not recommend it, but it wasn't bad.
I feel like that's like going to a concert and being like, I went and I got a T-shirt. And then you left, and like didn't actually see the band play. Like that's the whole part of the show. Like,
no,
yes, you got something
like
out of it.
That's like going to Gwar. Is it
Gwar?
Gwar.
Yes.
That's like going there, right?
Yeah.
Seeing them do their thing where they
spurt blood everywhere.
Yes.
Yes.
And you get it all on your T-shirt. Like, it's like you've done that a million times, and then they say. You go to the place and they say, here's the T-shirt that they did it in. You're not going to see the show, but here's the T-shirt.
What I'm saying
like,
is
that's what it is.
They have, like, Japanese food at places that don't do the big show. You could just order from those places. Why would you
I've
order?
I've never heard of that.
You never?
We talking about like what that like Jinjigo like that thing?
If you think if you order, the only places you could order food from the place was like hello, and it's just like Correct. And they're just chopping it up and shooting shrimp in your mouth. No, you can just get Japanese food. They make it at other restaurants.
Are you insinuating that all Japanese steakhouses taste the same?
No, I didn't. I'm saying you don't need the show. If you don't like the show, why pay for the show?
You're not paying for the show.
Tyvis ordering wings from Magic City, but not going for the show. Apparently, that's what's happening.
R.I.P. to Magic City Monday.
I saw. Well, we have that. Yeah, the NBA said no on that.
Haters.
All right.
By the way, I went to a Japanese place in Powell on Christmas.
What's the name of it?
Ooshi Japanese Bistro.
Okay.
I was.
It was good and a lot cheaper than Benihana.
And you don't have to pay for all the, for the theatrics. If you don't want them, don't pay for them.
Hey, I preached to the choir here.
We didn't order out.
Threaten me with a good time. Shoot, I take the cheap road.
All right. More of your hot takes coming up in a second. But the Browns, they signed a guard named Zion Johnson and a linebacker, Quincy Williams, who was former All-Pro. They did lose Devin Bush, though.
Yeah.
On that linebacker front. That stung.
That one hurt. And then my boss, my producer for the Big Ten tailgate show was texting me. He was like, what do you know about Devin Bush? And I said, well, I'll tell you right now, Devin Bush, he's bounced around, but last year he played really well. Like he had pick six. He was getting playing good in coverage. He's always been a pretty good tackler. But the coverage part was always a thing with him. But last year, I thought he played really well alongside Carson Schlesinger. So he cashed out at the right time in his career. I mean, dude was a first-round pick. I just hated that he was a Wolverine. But
yeah,
replacing him with Quincy Williams, that's about as good as you can do.
Yeah, I would say it's definitely. I'm not down on the move once you see who comes in to replace.
Right,
I'm fine with that. Now for the Bengals, I love the fact they went out and got Brian Cook at safety. They needed help there, and they got a very talented player, in my opinion. That is a huge position of need for them. So, yes.
You think about when they was playing their best was when they had Vaughn and Jesse Bates. That was when they went to the Super Bowl, and that defense was good. And I think that they overlooked how important the safety position is for that defense that they're trying to run. So I think that they're trying to try to make right up for that, and I think they got an edge too. The guy from Seattle,
Maui,
yeah,
I think
whatever, something like that.
Name, yeah,
they got him too. But their biggest impact is going to come in the draft. They got the 10th pick. Hopefully, they can get Arvell, Caleb, or Sonny. If they can get one of those three guys, that's a home run. But
fair enough.
The way that things is going, I don't know if they're going to make it to 10.
At this point, the way everybody's looking at those players, you're exactly right. But I think overall, it's one day of the not even real free agency period yet, right? Because you've got a lot more time to go before we actually hit real free agency. This was the legal tampering period, but I would say initially that center that the Browns got, I'm not not center, the guard they got. Yeah, I'm not as high on him.
Me either.
But
I understand
you're making an attempt to get someone on that line who's actually better than right now guys who either retired or injured or bad. So if he can at least be none of those three things, maybe he's not great, but I'm going to be cautiously optimistic, which is not how I usually feel about the Browns.
If the Browns was playing today, their starting left tackle would be KT Leviston. Their line would be KT Leviston, Zion Johnson, Luke Whippler. I don't even know who will play guard. Zach Zenter will play guard, and Tyvis Howard will play tackle. That'd be their starting line today.
All right, so more work to be done there for the Browns to fix that offensive line for sure. We'll take a break. We come back. Jean-Luc Grandpierre, the hyphenator himself, he'll join us. Jackets lose another one in overtime. They get the point. Did they get what they needed out of this game? We'll talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Tuesday morning. Well, folks, we are noticing our first crash, and it's happening just north of Bexley, just passing that 71 and 670 split. It's really impacting that crash, that East 5th Avenue ramp to 670 eastbound, and it essentially is blocked. So we have a lot of first responders on scene will not be able to get through. Instead, take this detour, not too bad. Just continue on East 5th Avenue to Stelter Road. Once you head there, head northbound all the way up. Get you back going eastbound on 670. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
I love Right Pack Credit Union because they're solution driven.
I feel valued as a member.
They're focused on the latest technology and the personal connections.
Experience benefits that go beyond banking with Right Pack Credit Union. Just ask our actual members.
I I definitely recommend Right Pack to all my family and friends as a credit union of choice.
Visit one of our Columbus area Right Pack Credit Union member centers near you. Based on individual members' experiences, results may vary.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Let me ask you something. When's the last time a contractor did exactly what they said they would? On time, on budget, didn't give you any surprises at the end. With Baths R Us, there are no surprises. These folks started in Ohio and grew by word of mouth because they do it right the first time. On time, on budget. And here's the difference with Baths R Us. They have local crews, never subcontracted. The people who show up to your door, they're trained Baths R Us employees. They aren't just some random crew that got hired last week and has no idea what they're doing in your home. Whether you need a safer bathroom to stay independent or you just want a space you're proud of, Baths R Us builds it to last. That's Baths R Us. Call today and see what it's like to work with people who actually keep their promises. 380-225-BATH. That's to call Baths R Us and deal with a company that started right here in Ohio and grew by word of mouth. Because they treat people right. They do what they say they're going to do. 380-225-BATH to call Baths R Us. Baths R Us. Bathrooms you can trust. Call now.
The great thing about Atlas Butler is they do it all. Heating, cooling, plumbing. Look, I'm busy with work. I don't have time to wait around or deal with lots of people. One company, one call, and they do it all. Wonder if they'll clean out my inbox. Seriously, offer that service. Please.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
With Aetna, I always get a quick answer, and I don't have to search on the internet. They go above and beyond to help me with whatever I need.
Those words from a real Aetna Medicare Advantage member speak to why U.S. News & World Report named us a best Medicare Advantage company. Because we show up on calls with members and doctor's offices when requested. We show up with access to convenient care options. We show up for you. Because that's how healthier happens together. Member feedback has been edited for length and clarity.
Common Man here for Jermaine. Everybody's talking about affordability when buying a car these days, but the truth is, GoJermaine.com has a great selection of affordable inventory. Maybe that tax return's going to hit your mailbox pretty soon. Well, go see my friends because they have 300 new cars under 30 grand, over 300 used cars under 20 grand, and it's only at GoJermaine.com. And along with their $1,000 price promise, no one's going to sell you a car for less. Get started at GoJermaine.com.
Accountability in elections isn't partisan, and in Ohio, Republican and Democrat teams work together to create confidence in every election result. Ohio's elections are accurate, accountable, and accessible, always. So make your plan to vote at voteohio.gov.
Springtime is here, and you know what that means? It's time for Mulch Madness. Did you know that too much mulch is bad for trees and shrubs? 2 inches of mulch is plenty. Any more and you risk causing roots to grow up and around trunks, which increases unhealthy stress, shortens tree life, and even keeps moisture from getting down to tree roots. To find out more about Mulch Madness or to find a certified arborist near you, visit treesforohio.org. That's trees, the number 4, ohio.org.
What would it take for my child to only miss half a day of school for treatment?
What would it take to fund a cure for childhood cancer?
It would take all of us to come together to support the research. Join us. Go to childrenscancer.org today.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Get a recap of all the day's news from across the state. The ONN Daily Podcast. Listen at onnradio.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts from the Ohio News Network. Your favorite fan shows are available as a podcast. What a concept. And don't miss exclusive podcast content like Austin and Burn. Listen on your schedule from anywhere in the world. Available wherever you get your podcasts. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
A mild start for us this morning with a few clouds, and then as we head into the day, partly sunny to mostly cloudy skies with a chance of some isolated showers and storms in the afternoon. Otherwise breezy and mild with highs in the mid to low 70s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
We are your radio home for the Buckeyes, Browns, and all the NFL games you can handle. We may have a bit of a football problem. Oh, yeah. The Fan, Ohio sports destination. T-Bone and Tyvis present Talking Jackets. Talking Jackets.
There's a score! A turnover by the Islanders and Adam Fantilli. One more time. Puts it
in the net. Your look inside the world of the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING when you need a company you can trust.
Jackets lose in overtime to the Kings last night. Yesterday afternoon at Nationwide. They hit the road tonight. They will take on Tampa in Tampa, 7 o'clock. Puck drop coverage starts here on the Fan at 6:30. Joining us now is the hyphenator himself, Jean-Luc Grandpierre, on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Jean-Luc, it's weird. It feels like earlier in the year we kept having these leads that would evaporate in the third period. That was the issue. Now we have the issue where the Jackets are like coming back in the third period, which is good, and then getting it to overtime, but unfortunately the last couple games not getting it done. Is that a trend you expect to continue for this team?
Oh boy, I don't think so. But it's been weird, as you said. The last two games now in third period, you come into the third period at the beginning and it's completely tied, and the other team happens to score first, right? That it's a very important goal. And then later in the game, Blue Jackets find a way to get back. I mean, it's kind of like the ups and downs of the season, right? Nobody is going to win every game, and nobody's going to have a perfect game. For this group right now, though, I think the overtime, two pretty big crucial mistakes in both overtime is something that there's not much practice time. And 3-on-3 is all about, sending your talent out there, and you don't necessarily coach them during overtime because it's just defensively, you have your assignment, but offensively, it's all about creativity, and you don't want to put too much in their head. But now it's been two games in a row where there's one big mistake that's made in the overtime that needs to be fixed. But unfortunately for the team, there's just not that much practice time now, right? I mean, practice time is gone. I mean, the team played yesterday. They're playing today. Tomorrow is going to be a day off, obviously. Then you get a game the day after. So it's something that's going to be corrected by video, but I'm sure that Rick Bone is going to take care of it.
Well, hopefully they can get more than 2 seconds with the puck. Dylan was telling us they only had the puck for 2 seconds in overtime, and they flipped it up the ice. What's going on with that?
Was it even 2 seconds?
It was the official number was 2 seconds, but yeah, it didn't even feel like that was probably accurate.
Yeah, it was an absolute clinic. I mean, and it's funny. Right before the overtime started, I was with Steve on the call, and he said, what are you looking forward to in this overtime? And I was like, you have to win this face-off, because all game long, the Blue Jackets really struggled in the face-off circle. Newly acquired Scott Rotten from Toronto put on a clinic in the face-off circle, and so did Anze Kopitar, who's going to be in the Hall of Fame the minute he retires at the end of the season. And in the overtime, you lose that initial face-off, and that was it. And as Dylan said, the Blue Jackets barely touched it, and Provorov got in his zone, and it was one of those where there was so much pressure, and it was almost like a panic where he flipped it out, which you typically do on 5-on-5, right, to relieve the pressure. But in 3-on-3 overtime, they're just waiting for it and coming back at you. So the best play would have been for Provorov to send it backwards toward his goaltender for the team to regroup. And mistakes happen, but yeah, they did not touch the puck, unfortunately.
Jean-Luc Grandpierre joining us in the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. I guess the silver lining to this is that despite losing the game, they did get the point in overtime. Boy, if you could have added those 2 points in, that would have been nice from the last two overtime losses, because right now the Bruins still sit on 76 points, Jackets on 74. That is for the final wild card spot. The Islanders, who are third in the Metro, are sitting at 77. So it's all still there. I mean, I know that we're acting like, every game is so pivotal, and it is. There are, 19 games remaining for the Jackets. So time is there for this team to, it's not even reignite. They're playing well, but they've got to finish off in these close moments. I guess the question would be like something like that 3-on-3 overtime. I'm surprised to know that isn't really offensively something that gets practiced. I understand why, because of the compressed schedule, but how does that, when you get it into these tight moments, it's going to be like that this time of year. What do they try to, what can you change when you have limited practice time, either in overtime or just in the regular 5-on-5? What can you change at this point if you're Rick Bowness?
I mean, even if you run a 20, 25-minute practice, you could run a little bit of 3-on-3 during it if you have the time to do so. It could be a little bit draining, and, it's all about, you have a performance coach that's looking at, are the guys too tired? But as a coach, you're thinking, yes, it's important, it is crucial, but 5-on-5 is 99% of the game, right? And the overtime is such a short period. Is like, do I really need to focus on that and waste some energy and practice time on it when you don't have time to practice? So there's some system things that you'd probably rather work, whether it's the power play or the penalty kill or other situations. So it becomes a situation where you have too much to do, not enough time to do it. So you have to pick and choose which one is more important and which one is more likely to happen as well. Right now, 3-on-3 is up there. I agree with you, but it's got to be tough for the coaching staff as well.
I want to ask you about Connor Garland. Obviously, they've traded for him. He's played 2 games. Yesterday, he seemed like he got going a little bit. Do you think, because I know he's been struggling this season, do you think the Jackets get him to get back to what he once was? What was he, a 50-point goal or a guy a year, something like that? Does he get back to that?
50-point guy, yeah.
Does he get back to that under the Jackets?
I think so. He's a guy that, his whole life, he never had it easy, right? Way undersized for NHL standard. It was a 5th-round pick. And I was talking to some people in Utah who obviously it's a new organization, but most of the guys came from Arizona, and they said, Connor Garland got to the AHL not by luck, but it was like one of those call-ups. There was one year where they had so many injuries, and it seems like Garland was never going to get called up despite playing well in the AHL simply because he was so small, right? But they're like, hey, let's give the kid a chance. And he got up, and he never went back to the AHL. So he's a guy that he's a spark plug. I mean, he doesn't stop. He's fearless, and his skill level is tremendous. So because he's such a competitor, playing on a team like Vancouver that was going nowhere. I mean, there was no playoff hopes. He's got a contract for the next 6 years. And as a player, like, what am I even competing for? Like, there's nothing good happening, right? You get beat up and beat up and beat up and beat up night after night. It just wasn't working. And now he knows he's got a chance to get in the playoff, and you can see that competitive spirit in him. And I think he's going to be a fan favorite for a long time, simply because, everybody wants to root for the little guy, right? The guy that beat the odds and can bring some spark into every single game, and that's what he brings. So offensively, I think it's going to be kind of like Mason Marchment, a guy that it didn't work out for him in Seattle, had a down year, changed situation, and then he found his magic again. So Connor Garland, I'm a big fan, and I'll tell you the other thing, he is a pain in the ass to play against. I mean, as a guy that, if you're 6'2", 6'3", and you get this little guy keep coming at you nonstop, you just want to smack him in the mouth, and that's exactly what he brings as well. Just an absolute pest.
There you go. Good stuff as always, Jean-Luc Rompierre. We appreciate the time this morning. Enjoy Tampa. Hopefully you get what's the lunch spot you go to now that you've got some time between now and when the actual game is? Do you have a routine there in Tampa, or you just kind of wing it?
Actually, I'm winging it so hard. Today, I have a corporate lunch with some folks from a few companies and sponsors with the Blue Jackets. So I'm going to do that. And it's across the street from the hotel. You asked me the name of the restaurant. I have no idea, but I saw the Pearl is right across. So hopefully it's there.
There you go. There you go, right? Good spot, of course. That's perfect. All right. Well, hey,
free lunch is always a good lunch.
You know what? I'm with you on that. In the media, that's what we all look for those days. Well, Jean-Luc, have a great call tonight. We'll talk to you next week, all right?
All right, boys.
There you go. Jean-Luc Rompierre on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Yeah, the Connor Garland thing, man. He's had 2 goals yesterday.
Yeah.
He had lost in that whole story. Like, if he unlocks some of that scoring ability that we know he has, it wasn't necessarily on display this year previously, but if he can find it down the stretch, that's a huge get for the Jackets. So, yeah, let's hope they can get it tonight in Tampa.
They needed more scoring on the other line, so
yeah,
he brings that.
Let's hope so. All right, 2 minutes away. I've got a story involving a pro sports team, a strip club, and a man who resembles an alien. I'll tell you about it all next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, the roads are still looking okay, but traffic is definitely building up on the east side. One portion we're looking at is 70 westbound, just north of Bryce. As you're heading on 270, a lot of people getting caught up there. 39 miles per hour for your speeds, really extending that traffic from 70 at Bryce Road towards that State Route 256 area. We also have some congestion really building southeast in our corner by Canal Winchester. It will take you about 5 minutes, 54 miles per hour for your speeds if you're taking 33 westbound between Gender Road to 270. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Things people don't believe in. Little green aliens. Bigfoot. And that Spectrum TV combines all your favorite streaming apps with live TV at no extra cost. But that one is actually true. You get over $100 worth of streaming apps like HBO Max, Hulu, Paramount Plus, Peacock, AMC Plus, and more, included with live TV at no extra cost. It's only the way TV should be. It's only everything. Learn more at SpectrumTV.com.
The Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the place to be for all the basketball action. Watch every game at once on 2 video walls spanning 50 feet, plus over 30 TVs. Come show off your jump shot in our King of the Court drawings and take home memorabilia from a Cleveland basketball legend. We've also got unbeatable game day food and drinks all season long. Guarantee your spot. Reserve a table with up to $300 in dining credits at HollywoodColumbus.com. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Working your way through that home projects list, that means more flushes, more showers, more fiddling with the thermostat. Trust the pros at the Waterworks with your plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling needs. Our certified pros can repair or replace your air conditioner or furnace. Clogs? Call the Waterworks. Drain issues? Call the Waterworks. Plumbing problems? Call the Waterworks. HVAC breakdowns? Call the Waterworks. The Waterworks. Trusted and certified plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling experts.
The Big Nine was a sad, incomplete place. Enter Ohio State. The rest is history. The Buckeye Show.
Weeknights at 6.
The Fan. Both of these men played sports in high school. Only one of them was good at it. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
All right, guys, if you've got a garage floor that is just looking gross, disgusting, maybe the road salt from this past, last few months has started to accumulate. You got to clean it, but it's so hard to clean that bare concrete floor. You can get that fixed when you get Comer and Cross concrete floor coatings, because they will put in a gleaming new product that will make your floor go from just blah to gleaming, great, awesome, looking like a new car showroom, and they can do it in just one day. They can even move the stuff out of your garage to get that done. But this is the deal, right? If you've had these done before, maybe you did an epoxy thing and it chipped, it cracked, it didn't fix the issues. That won't happen with Comer and Cross garage floorings. Their guarantee on their garage floor is that it'll never chip, crack, or show tire lift like epoxy or paint. It won't do it with Comer and Cross. Plus, like I said, they get it done in one day. They bring pros, no subcontractors there, and they'll be getting out of your garage in a day, and you'll have it all fixed. You'll feel great. Your garage will look like $1 million, but it won't cost that. 1-800-NEW-FLOOR is the place to go. 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. You call Comer and Cross today to get that fixed. Or you can go to ComerCross.com. That's C-O-M-E-R Cross.com. Get your garage floor fixed with Comer and Cross today. It is a special day, of course. It is one of our favorite days. It is. Where did my sound go? Oh, yeah, it's Hot Take Tuesday. Do you have any hot takes, Tyvis?
Yeah, the latest came from Quentin, and I'm a little concerned.
Okay. Quentin is a regular in the YouTube chat, by all means. Yes.
Quentin's hot take. If I walk into an apartment building to make a delivery and the entrance is covered in blood, I shouldn't have to make that delivery.
That's not a hot take at all, actually. That's a well-reasoned and thoughtful take that anyone should have.
Well, I responded and said, you probably should have something on your hip with you. And
that's a hot take.
He then says he didn't, but whoever caused the blood stain definitely did. There was a hole in the wall. You gotta love Dayton.
Wow.
Quentin, better be careful out there with your packages.
Quentin. Yeah, jeez. I don't think I would. I mean, I guess if you're doing a delivery, you drop the box off and that's it. Like, I would leave it there and be like, I would just put in the notes, like, it's by the bloodstains. Good luck. Like, I'm not going any further to that building. And if they ask you if your boss is like, well, why didn't you get it all the way to the door? It's like, because there were bloodstains on the apartment building I was going into. No.
If it was the bloodstains on the apartment, exactly like the door, I don't think they want that delivered. I don't think they're going to be there to get that delivered.
Yeah, what the hell's going on? You know, that's what I want to, just in general in life. I say that like 3 times a day, like, what the hell is going on? That's how I feel all the time. I especially felt this way when I saw this story, right? So the Atlanta Hawks, Atlanta is famous for many things, but one of the things it's famous for is Magic City. Magic City is an adult entertainment venue, to put it mildly. It involves exotic dancers.
What else is Atlanta famous for, by the way?
I mean, lots of things. They've got the Falcons, the Braves. I mean, I don't know. What do you want me to say? T.I. is there?
Strip clubs, and that's it.
Oh, okay. That's now. See, there's a hot take. A giant airport, a freeway system that is inscrutable and you can barely get through. But whatever. So apparently, Magic City is such a big deal in Atlanta that the Atlanta Hawks said we're going to have Magic City Night, Magic City Monday, as they were calling it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now,
live on Sunday, King of Diamonds. No, go ahead.
It's fine. It's fine. Apparently, this was going to involve a promotion where visitors to the arena would be able to get some of Magic City's legendary wings. Who was it that?
Lou Williams.
Lou Williams.
Shout out to Lou.
Former NBA player who said that
he left the bubble to go get some wings from Magic City.
Magic City. That's how good they were, apparently. They were going to have 2 different versions of the wings you could get at the concession stands. They were going to have like themed shirts and sweatshirts that you could buy, and T.I. was going to be there performing.
That's fire.
Okay. All right.
That is fire.
There wasn't going to be any dancers or anything.
Cap. Don't even sit here and lie to these people.
Someone would have made for sure. Are you kidding me? If you said it's 97-1 the fan night at like a Jackets game, but none of the fan talent is going to be there, it's like, oh, we find a way in. We be there. It's our night. Like, we're going to be there. If you say Magic City is having their night at the Hawks game, you don't think some of the workers are going to show up? The dancers are going to be there. Maybe not featured, maybe not center court, but they'll be there, and that's fine.
It's not like, to quote Usher, no one was going to be twerking while in a split. Like, I don't understand why this couldn't be a thing.
All right, hang on.
It might have not, listen, it might have not been before the game, but the after party? Oh, right. You best believe.
During the promotion,
whatever.
Adam Silver needs to calm down.
Can I confess something as a man? I'm going to confess something right here on the air. Luke Cornett had this statement from the Spurs. You know, he brought up the fact that he was like, well, he said, I don't think we should do this because this doesn't fit the values of like empowering women and blah, blah, blah. And like, we need to elevate women and we need to not degrade them by like just, elevating a strip club. And this is where I, as a man, am very torn and confused because I can totally understand it. If you are a woman who says strip club is degrading, all you're doing is judging women for being a piece of meat, that's everything that's wrong with our society. That's all you judge us by is our looks. You don't give us anything. International Women's Day was just yesterday. Shout out LeBron, right? Like, it's a big deal.
Shout out to the Cavs for their wonderful tweet about that.
Yes, they did.
First off, let me start by saying
Happy International Women's Day.
Oh, thank you.
All right. So I get the idea that like that, if you want to say a strip club being highlighted by an NBA team is degrading to women, I get that. However, I also hear there are people who say the fact that women can be empowered and can go and do something like this, that is a sign of strength, beauty, all that. There's like pole dancing classes that you can do for physical fitness, and it has nothing to do with sex. It has to do with like staying in shape. And there are people who are empowered by that.
Yes.
And they feel like if you said like, hey, it's a pole dance exercise club is going to be celebrated at an NBA game for fitness, I don't think we'd have a problem necessarily with that.
You're on to
that's
something, T-Bone.
My point here is, as a man, just tell me what you want. Do you want me to be empowering by going to the strip club, or do you want me to be empowering by staying away from the strip club? I just want to know what the rules are.
Well, if I feel kind of bad for some of the women that will be working that night, because that was going to be a lot of clientele. So that means that they was going to get a lot of money from their action.
That's right.
So they're actually kind of taking a loss for that, for them empowering themselves. Now, the other stuff, that's I think that there is like when you think of clubs like that, I think that, you know, there's a false sense of what goes on a little bit. Like, you got some clubs that, you know, it's just people go for just to watch.
Right.
You know, a lot of people think of the extracurricular activities and think that that's just what all of it
every
is.
reputable strip club is like, we're not going to let that happen on premises. Now,
Correct.
You take it out.
What you do in your life out of here, like,
if
that's,
you fall in love with a stripper, that's on you.
Yeah.
That's a whole different thing.
But like
over there.
in the building, like, I don't, you know, typically
but I mean,
go on. Like,
I don't think I again, like, I can understand, though, because Adam Silver came in and basically was like, yeah, we had questions. We talked to the Hawks, and after we talked to them, we had more questions, and we said, no, this is done. Like, we're not happy. This is not happening. Like, I'm just surprised that an entity like the Hawks, being a corporation, being, you know, an NBA franchise, as much as I understand, like, culturally that is relevant in Atlanta, like, it just struck me that this team would say in 2026, like, yeah, we're going to have strip club night, like, essentially, is what they said.
My thing is
that struck me as weird, even though I know it wasn't like strippers on the pole.
When I heard it, I said, that's crazy.
Right.
It was just crazy to hear. But hey,
it doesn't seem like a hot take to say maybe you don't do that.
My question is, does Magic City, like the actual club, does people still go celebrate there after the game?
I'm sure people will do whatever they want to. Okay. They don't need Adam Silver's blessing. You know, they don't need him looking like a.
So basically, the thing went from being inside the Hawks arena to actually being at the club?
Well, I'm sure it would have been at the club either. Like, the point is, Magic City got more promotion out of this than they ever could have wanted. Sure. Like, you already got everything you needed out of this, because now everyone's like, what is Magic City?
I wanted to see the Flyers.
This is like I said earlier, when you said you were getting your Benihana from Uber Eats or whatever. It's like, this is like getting the wings at Magic City. You're just Uber Eats the wings, and you're not getting the rest of the experience, is all I'm saying. But some people, that's all you want.
That's fair.
They should spin this as a pole dancing class with the Magic City talent.
Yes, with experts who can show you the ropes if you've never done that.
If you work at Magic City, you're at the top of your game.
Yeah,
you're
that's right. That's like the NFL, NBA of that profession. Absolutely right.
Y'all really fighting for this?
It's not like we're going.
No. I'm saying I just want to know: are we empowering women by going to have strip club night, or are we not? I just want to be clear on that.
Apparently not.
I'm here.
The answer is they're not.
I'm here to do whatever I want. Women have been maligned and ignored and all that in society for generations. I'm saying I want to listen to women. So tell me what I should do here. That's literally all I'm saying. I'm trying to stay on the right side of things here. So help me out.
We should book a guest expert on this.
Oh?
Yes.
You know any of them?
Do you have any suggestions, Dylan?
I don't know. There's plenty of clubs in the city. So we could ask.
Coming up, Cinnamon will join us live in studio. Yeah, that's good. All right, the team with the #1 pick in the NFL draft, not messing around with fake free agency as it begins. We will tell you about that coming up next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Well, the crash just cleared up for our friends in North Bexley. It was happening on East 5th Avenue, that ramp to 670 eastbound. All lanes, though, officially back open. We are seeing traffic building in certain other areas, including just south of Bexley. The first area is going to be 70 westbound, over by 33, down to 44 miles per hour already. Also seeing slowdowns, pretty typical this time around. 71 northbound, over by Greenlawn Avenue, but it does get better passing that area towards that 70 and 71 split. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
This is Gordon Miller from Miller Lending, the original home of the no closing cost mortgage. With interest rates at their lowest level in 4 years, what's stopping you from taking advantage? Maybe it's the thousands of dollars in closing cost? Well, what if I told you that those costs aren't required and that you decide whether to sacrifice $15,000 to $20,000 of equity at closing or zero? At Miller Lending, we're all about zero and have been offering no-cost loans since 1987. With no title closing or origination fees, imagine having the freedom to refinance any time a lower rate becomes available or a need arises. Even 0.5% lower in rate results in savings of over $100,000 over the life of your loan. So why wait? No-cost loans are real and here to stay. Simply call Miller Lending and see why thousands of satisfied clients have made that choice to say goodbye to closing costs forever. 877-9-NO-COST. That's 877-9-NO-COST. Or simply apply online at nocostmortgage.com. Miller Lending is an equal housing lender and MLS number 250-2146.
Hey, Columbus, big news. For a limited time, get Uber One free for a full year so you could save on food and rides. That's a $96 value on us. Just use code Columbus. Get 1 year of $0 delivery fees, 10% off eligible food and grocery orders, and up to 6% Uber One credits on rides. Sign up for this limited time offer today using code Columbus and save big with Uber One. Offer valid through 3/31/26. Savings and $0 delivery fee on eligible orders and rides only. Fees and terms apply. See app for details.
Common Man here for Jermaine. Everybody's talking about affordability when buying a car these days, but the truth is, GoJermaine.com has a great selection of affordable inventory. Maybe that tax return's going to hit your mailbox pretty soon. Well, go see my friends because they have 300 new cars under 30 grand, over 300 used cars under 20 grand, and it's only at GoJermaine.com. And along with their $1,000 price promise, no one's going to sell you a car for less. Get started at GoJermaine.com.
March Madness means great matchups.
Plant driving right. Lob for Brazil and a two-hand slam. Johnny's can't contain the dribble drive. It is punishing every time as these guards for the Razorbacks continually getting downhill to the promised land.
John Calipari's 10th seed Arkansas squad upset Rick Pitino's 2nd seeded St. John's team in a memorable meeting of the two Hall of Fame coaches. Hear Westwood One's coverage of this year's great NCAA tournament matchups right here.
Need parts fast? Need them now? O'Reilly is fast. Just one part that makes O'Reilly Auto Parts stand apart. Right now at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts, you can get one free set of brake pads when you buy 2 qualifying brake rotors. Ask the professional parts people about additional brake pad and rotor upgrade options available at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
I'm Wilson from that other window place. Do-do-do-do-do.
Oh, okay. We've got a little song today, eh?
Yeah, spent quite a while working on that one. Thought I'd sell more windows if I had a catchy window jingle.
I like it. You know, jingles aren't really our thing at Pella. We just stick to the highest levels of quality and design thing.
Oh. Wish we would have thought of that. Doot-doot.
Get the windows that Columbus homeowners rated the leading window brand at PellaColumbus.com.
Winning isn't everything, but at Tim Hortons, every day's a chance to win when you play Roll Up to Win. Maybe it's a free coffee or donut, or a year's supply of fuel from Shell. That goes a long way. Maybe it's a Kobo e-reader, or up to $1,000 in Uber Eats gift cards, or even a VIP getaway to see Cirque du Soleil. Okay, not something you win every day. Roll Up to Win, only at Tim Hortons. No purchase necessary, 18 plus, ends March 22nd, 2026. Tim Hortons app required for digital game. Use the app to reveal digital rules. Game cups while supplies last. Offer a chance to win food and beverage prizes only. See official rules at rolluptowin.com.
Registration for the Fan 5K is now open. Join your favorite personalities June 20th at Otterbein University. The Fan 5K features a medal, t-shirt, free race photos, and a post-race party.
Get your spot today at 971therace.com.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Tyvis will put anything in his mouth on a dare. All right, almost anything. No, I stand by my previous statement. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
I don't know if we turn this into like a poll or anything, no pun intended, but the empowering of women by the strip club. The Atlanta Hawks were going to do it. They were going to do strip club night. They were going to do Magic City night. And they said, no, never mind. The NBA canceled that. And we're trying to figure out, is this empowering women or is this taking power away from women? Because you brought up the point in the commercial break that takes a lot of confidence.
A woman has to have a ton of a stripper has to have a ton of confidence in herself to have the ability to look at a guy and say, "I'm gonna take his money tonight."
Well, I mean, and
that's a lot of confidence.
Hey, listen, power structures in society are real, right? Men have largely earned more than women.
His or her money.
Well,
Yes.
there's that too.
Money.
Sometimes it's
And the stripper could be a male as well.
Well, there's
Shout out to
male
Magic
strippers.
Mike.
That's right. That is one that is a little perplexing to me, is when it's like, because that is a thing where I think even the most there are a lot of women who will say like, oh yeah, that's totally fine. I would go see the Chippendales thing. But then, the other side of that is like, oh, me and the boys are going to go to the strip club. It's like, no, you can't. You're not going to that strip club. And it's like, well, that's kind of the same thing. It's adult entertainment. Anyway, we're just trying to find out if that's empowering or not. You can weigh in on that in the YouTube chat. Go to YouTube, 971 The Fan, T-Bone and Tyvis. A lot of discussion already going there. And also we found out Quentin, one of our regulars, may or may not have been around some kind of violent crime.
Murder scene.
Well, he said also there was a music video being shot, he thinks, because people were playing music loudly as he was walking around. So maybe that was a prop. He said there was blood on the door that he tried to deliver a package to the other day. So it's all going down in the chat. YouTube is always live. Just go there, YouTube 971 The Fan, T-Bone and Tyvis. You'll be there.
By the way, I called Columbus Gold during the break. They said all their workers had just left.
Oh, yeah, thanks, Dylan. We were looking for an expert to weigh in on that.
It's hilarious.
It's okay. That's all right. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. I don't know. The Vegas Raiders doled out millions yesterday to try to improve that 3-14 team. So they have the number one pick. They have a bunch of cap space, or they had, I should say, a bunch of cap space. I don't know where they stand now. They went out and paid Tyler Linderbaum 3 years, $81 million deal. It includes $60 million guaranteed. Now, he is obviously a center. If you're not familiar with his game, he is
the apex.
Expected to be one of the best, if not the best, in the game. So they have added a center for their new, what we presume is going to be Fernando Mendoza.
Correct.
So that's just in and of itself. But the market on him, I think the next highest paid guy is like $18 million a year, and he's getting, what would that be? 26 million guaranteed? It's some insane number. So I'm just saying, they reset the market on centers for this guy because they wanted to have him.
And there's people around the NFL that's probably upset. There's centers that's like, thank you, Tyler Linderbaum. But then there's other people, other teams that's like, why would you do that? It's like the Deshaun Watson contract. Like, why would you do that? Now when my center comes up and he has a really good year, he's going to say, well, I want Tyler Linderbaum's number.
Right. Oh, yeah, of course. Just to put this in perspective, the Lions also needed a center, and they went out and signed Cade Mays for 3 years, $25 million total, not $25 million a year. So I'm just saying, now that's not nearly the same caliber guy. He's not the same player as Tyler Linderbaum, but they also needed help at the center position. They went out and got someone, but that's just the market for that guy is huge. But it wasn't just there, because who else did they go out and get? They got Jalen Naylor from the Vikings. 3 year, $35 million deal that includes $23 million guaranteed. They also went out and got linebackers Quay Walker and Kobe Dean. So I mean, they on day one had a bunch of dudes they signed right off the rip.
Yeah, they're trying to do essentially what the Patriots did. I think the Patriots came into the offseason last year with the most money, and they flipped their team in 1 year and went to the Super Bowl. I think the Titans might have had the most space. I think them and the Raiders may have had the most space. So you seen those two try, but the Titans seem like they just taking ex-Giants and ex-Jets players and bringing them to Tennessee, which neither the Giants and Tennessee have not. I mean, the Giants and Jets both have not been great. So
yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to see who else we missed there, because they also re-signed corner Eric Stokes, 3 years, $30 million.
They got Kwity Paye.
Kwity Paye they signed. That's right. Defensive end, 3 years, $48 million. Now, obviously, not all that guaranteed, but yeah, I'm just saying, the outlay of cash that they put out yesterday said they have to be better than what they were. And
they still got the number one pick, and they got the Ravens, what they had, the 14th pick or something like that.
Oh, I forgot.
So you imagine one is Fernando, and then the other one could be, wide receiver.
Could go wide receiver,
tackle.
yeah.
Could be a lot of things there. So they actually are in a good position to make to at least be serviceable. Now they're in a tough division. If the Chiefs make it back to being the Chiefs, you got the Chargers who upgraded just on the coaching staff by getting Mike McDaniel as an OC. You got who else is over there? Denver. Denver don't think they're going anywhere anytime soon. So like Vegas got a lot of work to do to even be able to compete in that division.
No, it's I have, by the way, the numbers on Tyler Linderbaum, the guy, their center that they signed for the Raiders. So he's getting $27 million a year.
Must be nice. Let me borrow some. As a matter of fact, Draymond Jones.
Yeah, he just got signed, didn't he?
Yeah, he need to let me hold a couple dollars.
Who picked him up?
He went to the Patriots.
That's right. Yeah.
He got $36 million, 23 guaranteed.
Look at that.
Let me just hold $100. Gas money.
Tyler Linderbaum got $27 million from the Raiders, right? He's the highest paid center now in the NFL. Next highest paid center in the NFL, Kansas City center Creed Humphrey, getting $18 million a year.
You say
$9 million a year less than that. That's number 2 on the list. That's insane.
Tyler Linderbaum did exactly what he needed to do.
Well, yeah, he did.
Had a really good season, became a top center, hit free agency, and cashed out.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, we didn't even talk about this yet. Malik Willis, the biggest free agent quarterback in the history. Going to the Dolphins. Who could have seen that coming?
This is the biggest shocker. When I seen that yesterday, I was blown back.
Oh,
I couldn't believe it.
You couldn't believe that they were going to move on from Tua Tagovailoa.
I was in so much shock that he went to Miami.
Sure. Yeah. So
whoever could have predicted that.
I mean, you did call it, but I just didn't think the Dolphins now have $99 million in dead money after releasing Tua, and I just didn't think they would do it.
No, but you know what? At this point, they've just decided they want to move on. I actually admire the willingness to say that was a mistake and we're done. We're cutting our losses. We're not worried about what he's going to do elsewhere. Maybe some other organizations that are, football teams that have quarterbacks with a lot of dead cap money. Maybe they could consider doing that too. Not holding my breath for any teams in Northeast Ohio to get to that. The rest of the Big Ten starting spring practice along with the Buckeyes. Keep an eye on, we'll tell you, Tyvis, you just do it. I'm done. We'll tell you what to keep an eye on with Big Ten spring practice starting. Coming up next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, cars are getting slower and slower in our southeast corner. That's because we're just seeing some slowdowns out there. Particular 33 in that westbound direction at Gender Road. So from Gender Road to 270, that will take you already about 6 minutes for your early morning commute on this Tuesday. And for our friends in Plain City, no crashes to report out here. But we are seeing some delays slightly on 33 in that eastbound direction as you're heading towards Dublin and 270 out there. So keep that in mind for folks in Marysville and Plain City. Expect some of that traffic and just be patient out there this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Imagine this. You're charging through untamed trails, wind whipping by, owning every twist. That's the 2025 Ford Bronco calling your name. Score 4.9% APR for 60 months, $2,500 retail cash, and up to $3,000 if ditching your Jeep. With unstoppable power and go-anywhere grit, why settle for ordinary? Capital Ford Columbus has your back for any credit. Pre-approve online in a flash. Rush to Capital Ford Columbus in Whitehall today or visit capitalfordcolumbus.com.
Veterans and active duty service members, when your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Hey, it's Anthony. A lot of guys are looking for testosterone replacement therapy, but they get caught up paying a lot of cash out of pocket at a franchise or one-size-fits-all dosing from their doctor only because they take insurance. Well, at Low T Center, you can get powerful TRT dosed for your body and get it covered by insurance. Low T Center works with most insurance plans, and they customize every dose of TRT for maximum effectiveness and safety. It's TRT that actually works with your body. And they're now offering free testosterone tests and discounted peptides and GLP-1s to make getting your life back as easy as possible. So don't miss this opportunity. If you've been feeling exhausted, maybe you've lost your sex drive, book a free testosterone test at Low T Center. No risks, no commitments, just answers. Don't compromise your health or your savings. LowTCenter.com. Book your free test today. LowTCenter.com.
Get rewarded for everyday spending. Open a new Visa signature from Kemba Financial Credit Union and earn $300 cash back when you spend $3,000 in the first 90 days. Don't wait. Apply at Kemba.org and start earning. Offer ends 3/31/26. Restrictions apply. Variable rate product. Equal opportunity lender.
Say goodbye to car care headaches with Carvenience from Hinderer Motor Company. This is Justin Hinderer. For only $49, we'll pick up your vehicle, leave you with a rental, and return it fully serviced and spotless. No more juggling your schedule or wasting hours at the shop. Carvenience lets you focus on what matters while we take care of all the rest, making life easier. Schedule your service today at HindererMotorCompany.com.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If you've ever had somebody do work at your house, it's annoying as crap, at least to me, when someone shows up to your house that you never met, you've never worked with, and you didn't hire to do the job. Subcontractors, I understand why they exist, but for me, I want to work with a company that's going to bring people who know what they're doing, who are trained by the company to put their product in. On time, on budget, no surprises at the end. That's what Baths R Us does every single time. These folks started in Ohio and grew by word of mouth because they do it right the first time. And the big difference with them, they have local crews. They never sub out the work. The people who show up to your door, they're trained by Baths R Us. They're actually employees of the company, not some random crew they hired last week. Whether you need a safer bathroom to stay independent or you just want a space that you're proud of, they build it to last. That's Baths R Us. Call them today and see what it's like to work with people who actually keep their promises. Kind of a rare thing these days. Call them today, 380-225-BATH. That's 380-225-BATH. Baths R Us. Bathrooms you can trust. Call now.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, you may be in big trouble with Chip Wood.
Our owner?
Free oil changes along with alignment?
On any 4-tire purchase.
And Goodyear's up to $160 off?
Yeah.
Sorry, Mike, but I'm telling.
But the Wood family is behind all this.
Oh, those rascals.
But don't tell the accountants.
Of course not. And what do they do again?
Buy any set of 4 tires at Tire Discounters and get a free alignment and oil change. Make them Goodyear's and save up to $160 more. See store for details.
Take your shot to save at Great Lakes Hyundai in Columbus or Dublin. Make a basket for extra savings on top of big shot deals on every model from Elantra to Palisade. Go now, Dublin or Columbus or glakeshyundai.com. See dealer for details. Ends 3/31.
At St. Jude, every innovation we make is a moment we give to children with cancer everywhere. But we can't do it without you.
Learn more at stjude.org.
Protect your home or business with Ramos Roofing. Trusted roofing, siding, and gutter solutions with free estimates and flexible financing. Call 614-761-7663 or visit RamosRoofingOhio.com today. Ramos Roofing. Reliable, local, built right.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios, driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good morning. I'm Dylan Gonzalez. Ohio State President Ted Carter resigned yesterday. This after Carter disclosed he had an inappropriate relationship with someone seeking public resources to support her business. Carter had the role as president for 2 years. On the ice, the Columbus Blue Jackets lost at home in overtime for the second game in a row, this time to the Los Angeles Kings. The Jackets are right back at it in Tampa tonight. Coverage starts at 6:30 right here on The Fan. And the Cleveland Cavaliers beat the Philadelphia 76ers 115-101. James Harden had 21 points in the victory and eclipsed 29,000 points in his career, becoming just the 9th player in NBA history to do so. This update is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. We all love the word free, medication free, side effect free, and free support for life. Visit awaken180weightloss.com. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
One of these guys still believes he can play in the NFL. It's T-Bone. He says it's because of his low center of gravity. He's dumb. This is Bone and Tyvis.
Tyvis. Stop screwing around, because we have been neglectful today.
No, we haven't.
We haven't done what we're supposed to do.
Take Tuesday!
We haven't done enough of those. Let's get to those, and then we'll get to some spring ball questions for the Big Ten. Sound good?
Let's do it.
All right. I have got a couple for you. This one comes from Rusty. Rusty says, my hot take Tuesday is the Tyvis diet hasn't worked for me. I tell everyone I'm on a diet, but still eat whatever I want and haven't lost any weight. Tyvis's diet, no good. There you go. It's from Rusty.
That is cap. First of all, I watch what I eat. You know, the big thing, a lot of things, the one way you can really lose some weight is if you just watch what you drink.
What do you mean?
Like, if you just drink water. A smart person told me that you shouldn't use you get a certain amount of calories you should consume in a day. You shouldn't waste them on what you drink.
I tell you, I haven't drank anything other than water. And I do drink diet sodas, which is probably what people would say, oh, there's your problem. But it's like, that has no calories in it. The calorie thing.
You don't lie. Don't let them lie to you.
You don't believe them when they say?
I don't believe
You think there's
them.
calories in the 0 calorie things?
Yes.
They say 0 or like 5 calories. That's fine. 5 calories is nothing. It's when you get a pop that has like 200 calories in it. Yeah, you drink 3 of those in a day. That's going to add
some
up.
Burpees and farties, should be fine.
That's more health advice from Tyvis coming up in a second. Also, this one comes from Bobcat Fan 10. Says, hot take Tuesday, the NHL should do what soccer does with red cards. Anyone who gets a game misconduct should be suspended for the following period of the next game or donate a fine to charity.
Dang.
I mean, that's actually Chris from Columbus who sent that in. So I would just add that, like, in soccer, if you get a red card, you're out for the entire next game, not just like part of it. So in the NHL, like, if you get a game misconduct, that would mean you miss the next game too.
You think the game in soccer?
They do it in soccer. They don't do that in the NHL, but
Dang.
I'm saying, if you think the game's soft now, start adding that in. Like, there's not going to be anybody hitting anything.
By the way, this is way out of left field. You said Bobcat, so it reminded me of the MAC tournament. Did you guys know that Akron is the favorite to win the MAC tournament and Miami is not?
I did see that. Yeah, I feel
Akron wins it every year, though.
Well, but I feel like with Miami being 31-0, you might think this would be the year
Akron
where
like 27-5 or something like that.
They're very good.
26-5.
Yeah, I'm not throwing shade at Akron's record. I'm just saying, like, you would think the undefeated team, usually people, like, money comes in from the public even that's like, I'm going to bet on the undefeated team to go win this whole thing.
The thing about Miami is as of lately, they've been playing games too close.
Yeah,
it's been way too close.
By the skin of their teeth, they're 31-0.
I think that they're going to be like, we got to 31-0. That's a big accomplishment, and they're going to get to that championship game against Akron or whenever they play them and lose.
Yeah. No, I feel like the public sentiment has turned on them because now everyone's aware of their story, and so now people are like, oh, I'm going to go be smart in bed. The other good team in the MAC, and they're going to win. Either way, though, do we all agree that, like, they should be in, even if they lose in the tournament?
Yeah.
They went 31-0.
I think there's been enough uproar and so much pushback from other people in media that they should get in.
I mean, they would probably get boat race in the first round, but yeah, let them in. You're letting in 68 teams.
They're one of the best 68
teams. They could get in over another bubble team.
They're one of the best 68 teams.
Yeah, also, they've earned the right
there's not
to find
68 great teams.
When we're talking about the college football playoff with 12 even, I feel like still those arguments are a little moot when it comes to, well, should this team be in or out? And it's like, I don't know, man. If you're not one of the top 12 teams, and if you can't make the argument that you are, you probably didn't deserve to be in it. Now we're going to add 16 or even 24 if the Big Ten gets their way. We're talking about 68. If you don't have room for a regular season undefeated team, then the tournament is a bad idea. Like, you should let in a 31-0 team, regardless of what they do. They can get blown out in the first round of their conference tournament, and I would say still let them in. I don't care.
If they don't let them in, then it basically says that the regular season is meaningless.
Absolutely
That's
right.
basically what you're saying.
Looking at the Big Ten, the Buckeyes are starting off spring practice today. We hit on some of the questions earlier today. If you missed any of that, you can go find our podcast wherever you get podcasts. It's just T-Bone and Tyvis. You search that up. A T-Bone and Tyvis podcast brought to you by Capital Ford of Columbus. But, we got into how, like, the defense adding in, more pieces, leaving high-profile guys, first-round pick guys leaving, the guys who need to step up on this defense. We discussed that a bit. CBS did an article looking at that and every other question or every other team, what their biggest question is going into this season, right? In the Big Ten.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of you would be interested in, like, for example, Indiana. is Kurt Cignetti going to be able to run it back? Their big question for Indiana was, can Josh Hoover keep it rolling? Former TCU quarterback they brought in to replace Fernando Mendoza.
They got a favorable schedule. The hardest games is us, the Wolverines, and USC, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if they win, they should win the rest of them. If they win just one of those, one of those three I just said, they should be.
As the defending champs, they're probably in, yeah. This one for team up north. Can Jason Beck get the most out of Bryce Underwood? That would be new offensive coordinator there, Jason Beck, for Kyle Whittingham. He brought him along from Utah. But that's a guy who has been a good developer of quarterbacks, and now the question is, can Bryce Underwood take that next step?
Well, the first thing is making sure that you meet with him day to day and actually having a quarterback coach, because apparently last year they didn't have one. So, I mean, they're already got one leg up.
That is insane to me.
The staff that they had together last year.
Penn State, the big question that CBS Sports had is, can James Peoples be a star?
Ooh.
I forgot that James Peoples went there, but that is, in fact, where the former Buckeye ended up. So I found that interesting. Not like, hey, is Matt Campbell the right hire? Nothing, nothing like that. Instead, it's James Peoples. That's the big question mark they have for that team. I find that a little fascinating.
It'd be interesting because I feel like I'm not really 100% familiar with Matt Campbell's game, like offensive play caller, but I really feel like it's more geared towards the pass.
Yeah, I think
he brought his quarterback over.
Yeah, he did.
Rocco Becht.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting. I mean, you got to be able to run the ball in the Big Ten to be successful. I mean, you look at just the leaders for the past, 3 years. You think about Indiana last year. You think about us the year before that, and you think about the Wolverines. All three teams was able to run the ball effectively. So if Penn State wants to be really good, you have to be able. James Peoples is going to have to be a big part of that. And he kind of just got lost in the sauce behind Bo Jackson and Isaiah West. So maybe he had some moments last year, but the teams that they were playing weren't great teams. But he showed that he's got some athleticism, and hopefully he can find it over there.
Also, I didn't realize this. One of the questions they had for Oregon was, does talent overcome their lack of continuity, which is always going to be the question for Oregon as they reload every year with a bunch of like high-priced guys in the transfer portal. Can they make all that work? But then they get to USC and they ask, does Gary Patterson still have it? Because
the play caller?
I didn't realize Gary Patterson was going to be their defensive coordinator.
The former TCU coach?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Yes. Huh. He hasn't been a defensive coordinator since 2000. Obviously, he was a head coach for most of the time in between there, but he left TCU in 2021. He's been doing consultant roles, that kind of thing, like a defensive staffer, just high-level stuff.
He's at Oregon?
No, USC.
USC.
So, they always have problems with their defense.
I'm about to say, like, that's been the story. If they ever can figure out the defense of USC, like, they will be really good in the Big Ten. They just...
Yeah,
it's been the Achilles heel for since they joined the conference.
Now, I know there are a lot of other questions in the Big Ten. And I feel bad because it took me this long to get to the one that I'm sure most of our audience, outside of Ohio State, I know that some of you care about Team Up North, some of you care about USC, Oregon, Penn State, what are they going to do? But I know the one you really care about is the Minnesota Golden Gophers. What do you think the biggest question mark is there? Answer. Who cares?
Everything.
No, that's not everything. They got Drake Lindsay back. Drake, they got him back.
Replacing that one safety Tyvis
Coy Parrish. Yeah, that's right. You actually nailed it. That is the question mark they had. Yes, that was their question mark.
I mean, he was playing both ways for them last year.
He's Coy Parrish is playing at Oregon, right? He's one of the guys that.
Which I didn't know. Speaking of Oregon, I didn't know Dylan Thieneman had speed like that.
No,
he was a 4.3 guy.
I didn't know he had.
I think it's because he's white. I thought maybe they give him as much credit as I should have.
Mean, are we ready to make anything declared on him? Are we?
No. I mean, he's a really good player. He's good.
Speaking of that,
really good player, but not getting this. Not getting that. Not there yet.
I feel like he took a step back at Oregon. Like at Purdue, he was that, and then I felt like I didn't really hear his name as much like that last year. But hey, they got him mocked. Some mocks got him in the first round still.
Reed Blankenship went to the Texans. You know what that means.
nasty.
They broke up the exciting whites in Philly.
Yeah,
it's
they
just
did.
exciting white, Cooper DeJean.
Yeah, they did.
I was not happy about that.
I saw that. I read it like 5 times to make sure, like, he left. That's crazy.
By the way, speaking of NFL free agency, something confused me yesterday about, which is not hard because I'm dumb, but something confused me about in the NFL free agency pool, and I need you guys to help me clarify it. So we'll try to figure this out next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and welcome to your Tuesday. Noticing a couple crashes out there, but the slowest one's going to be on the north side. It's a crash on 71 southbound, just passing Gemini Place. Not one, but 2 center lanes that are currently blocked. We're talking an 11-minute delay so far this morning, and backups as far back as Vail Canyon Road, that area. So not looking too good, especially just south of Westerville. Another crash, 270 westbound, just passing Cleveland Avenue. That right shoulder is blocked. And for our friends taking 315 southbound, be aware we are seeing a crash on 670. That split, that right shoulder is currently blocked. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Common Man here for Jermaine. Everybody's talking about affordability when buying a car these days, but the truth is, GoJermaine.com has a great selection of affordable inventory. Maybe that tax return's going to hit your mailbox pretty soon. Well, go see my friends because they have 300 new cars under 30 grand, over 300 used cars under 20 grand, and it's only at GoJermaine.com. And along with their $1,000 price promise, no one's going to sell you a car for less. Get started at GoJermaine.com.
Hey, Columbus, big news. For a limited time, get Uber One free for a full year so you could save on food and rides. That's a $96 value on us. Just use code Columbus. Get 1 year of $0 delivery fees, 10% off eligible food and grocery orders, and up to 6% Uber One credits on rides. Sign up for this limited time offer today using code Columbus and save big with Uber One. Offer valid through 3/31/26. Savings and $0 delivery fee on eligible orders and rides only. Fees and terms apply. See app for details.
What can ADP do for small business? We help answer the business questions, like how do you track employee time? How do you do payroll taxes? Or what does compliance even mean? So small businesses can focus on bigger questions. Now florists can ask, can we invent another holiday to sell bouquets? Pizza shops can ask, how do we stuff a calzone into a pizza crust? And pool cleaners can ask, what is that thing in the filter? These are the questions you can focus on when ADP takes care of the business of your small business. ADP for small business.
This is Gordon Miller from Miller Lending, the original home of the no closing cost mortgage. With interest rates at their lowest level in 4 years, what's stopping you from taking advantage? Maybe it's the thousands of dollars in closing cost? Well, what if I told you that those costs aren't required and that you decide whether to sacrifice $15,000 to $20,000 of equity at closing or zero? At Miller Lending, we're all about zero and have been offering no-cost loans since 1987. With no title closing or origination fees, imagine having the freedom to refinance any time a lower rate becomes available or a need arises. Even 0.5% lower in rate results in savings of over $100,000 over the life of your loan. So why wait? No-cost loans are real and here to stay. Simply call Miller Lending and see why thousands of satisfied clients have made that choice to say goodbye to closing costs forever. 877-9-NO-COST. That's 877-9-NO-COST. Or simply apply online at nocostmortgage.com. Miller Lending is an equal housing lender and MLS number 250-2146.
The nightmare of the cleared drain. Those drain clearing specials from the other guys seem like a great deal until you realize the only thing really going down your drain is your money. At the Waterworks, we mean clean. Our service doesn't just clear your drains, it cleans them too. It's done right the first time, so that nightmare of a drain becomes a dream come true. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call 614-232-2222 to get started.
Flexible, secure, fun. Oh, and great pay too. Are you not sure what you want to do for a career? Or are you thinking of changing careers? Being a dental hygienist or dental assistant may be the perfect fit for you and provides all of these perks plus more. Talk with a dentist in your community or visit oda.org to learn more. Become a valuable member of the dental team and start helping people love their smile. This message is brought to you by the members of the Ohio Dental Association.
2 hours ago, Kyle arrived at the bar.
Hey, what's everyone drinking?
30 minutes ago, Kyle got his friends another round of drinks.
Cheers!
5 minutes ago, Kyle decided to drive home drunk. A minute ago, a law enforcement officer pulled up behind Kyle.
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
A chain of events that began 2 hours ago is about to change Kyle's whole world. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
The Jackets hit the road for a battle with the Lightning. Live fan coverage starts Tuesday night at 6:30.
Sponsored by Atlas Butler Heating and Cooling.
Proud to be your flagship home of the Columbus Blue Jackets, The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
A mild start for us this morning with a few clouds, and then as we head into the day, partly sunny to mostly cloudy skies with a chance of some isolated showers and storms in the afternoon. Otherwise breezy and mild with highs in the mid to low 70s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
The two most mature people working at the radio station. And that's just because they wear pants. The pervert and the skivvies. Rothman and Ice.
Weekdays at noon.
The Fan. In terms of the Waffle House menu, Tyvis covered and smothered his opponents. Meanwhile, T-Bone is a chunk of hash who's often covered in gravy. I'm not sure what that means either. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Men, we all understand how important sex is in a relationship for you and for your partner. Erectile dysfunction can take that away, often creating a serious strain on the relationship as well. Don't let that be you. Why? Well, my guys at Tri-State Men's Health have treatments when the pills and the herbals fail. They got treatments with success rates well over 90%. Some of those treatments can have you last an hour or more. Go to Magic City for that. There are two locations in Columbus. One is in Hilliard, the other one's in Westerville. If ED is affecting you, it's time to get back to the sex, intimacy, and love that brings you closer together. Schedule a consult with Tri-State today. The initial visit is only $99. They have an expert staff, and if you're like a lot of men, you could be having sex the day after your appointment. So call them today at 800-900-9654. Visit TriStateMen'sHealth.com.
Oh, yes.
I like it.
I like it a lot. By the way, I don't know. I don't have the schedule up in front of me, but like I was talking with my brother over the weekend, and he said, we got to go to some daytime Clippers games because he has a schedule that's flexible.
Like the baseball?
Yeah, down the street.
Yeah. You know what?
Because we're here at we get off. We're going to get done every morning at 9 a.m. now.
Wait a minute.
I'm just saying.
Do you know that it's around this time that the Ninja Turtles supposed to be coming back to theater? And we supposed to go.
Oh, that's right. We do have to go to
the return.
I'm glad you remember
Ooze.
that. Yeah, Return of the Ooze, number 2.
It's supposed to be like, is it this week?
No, I don't think. I hope not, because I don't have tickets
you
yet.
told me March.
All right. One, I like how when I said we should go to Clippers game, you were like the Ninja Turtles, and I said, sure, yes, that's all the above. But you're right. We did say we were going to go to that, go to a matinee. We got to go to a day baseball game too.
The business day special.
Yeah, the three of us need to go catch if they have a 12:35 first pitch, we need to go do that. I know that's going to cut into Dylan's nap time. 12:35.
I ain't got no problem with that.
I took my kid to one of those one time.
We're doing it this year.
Every other parent had the same idea.
Oh, I know, of course. No. We go there, but Tyvis won't drink because he doesn't drink. But Dylan, you and I, we'll go. Slosh it up.
It starts Friday.
The Ninja Turtles.
The Ninja Turtles.
Oh, I can't believe I didn't get tickets yet. I'm a panic now. I gotta go buy the ticket.
Is this not a new one, right? It's
no. It's
old one
the
30.
It's like the 30th
yes.
anniversary or something. Maybe it's more. 35th anniversary. It's a long time.
Yeah, it starts Friday and goes until next Thursday.
I gotta go.
I don't think you should go see it. I think you're gonna watch it and then you're gonna realize that it hasn't aged well.
The problem with it is that all the times, for the most part, it's like 7 p.m.
Oh, that sucks. All the early times are gone. That's no good. Because I went and watched the original Turtles last year. They did this where it came out, they re-released it, and I went and saw it in the theater, and it was great. I loved it. Now the second one, that's the one with Vanilla Ice.
This is
Ninja Rap.
This is Lennox right here, like down the road.
Oh,
right?
Okay. Yeah, that's Lennox down the street.
Yeah,
I like how you're pointing.
All the Lennox is 7 p.m.
By the way, you pointed at Grove City. I just want you to know that's the direction you pointed.
One of these ways.
All right, we'll get tickets and go to that. We'll go to Clippers. I was looking at the Clippers website and I'm like, I really want to go. It's been a while since I've been to a day baseball game. I've been to some night games there recently, but not a day game. So I got to go do it. We got to make that happen this year is what I'm saying. I'm itching for some baseball.
My kid only wants to go for the hot dog race, so it's just 7 innings of disappointment.
She doesn't like the actual game, but she loves the hot dog race.
The Clippers' first pitch is at 12:35.
They have some, they do that for Major League Baseball games. Do that too.
Multiple times a month.
Well, we need to go on Dime a Dog night.
Well, then that's a nighttime thing.
Well,
and then we're going to have to get up the next day.
How committed are you?
I'm committed to anything. I'm saying,
it's
by the
only
way,
a 20-minute drive.
Yeah, I'm just saying I will go out there, but you have to commit to, if we go to Dime a Dog night, you have to put down $1 worth of dogs.
With buns.
You think I'm going to eat that?
Yeah.
I'll pay for it.
No. Yeah. Oh, thanks for paying for $1 worth of dogs. I'm saying. They have, on Diamond Dog Night, you got to try to put down 10.
Are you
if you
insane?
Want to go, then don't go. Is what I'm saying. Like, let's just go to a regular
with 25 with a quarter, and I'm balling.
Give me 2.5. I'm Tyvis
going in there with a quarter.
Leave her 6, right?
I don't eat the mystery meat Diamond Dog.
Oh,
I will still get the $4 all beef on a Tuesday.
What are you scared?
I'll eat that stuff. I don't care. You know what? By the way,
your stomach ain't built like this.
Right. Yeah. See, Tyvis. Exactly right. More of your hot takes coming up in a moment on a Hot Take Tuesday. But I'm confused about something. I saw this news about Alec Pierce. So the Colts re-signed him to a historic deal. 4 years, $114 million, $84 million guaranteed. Now, if you are someone who's saying, that's okay. Alec Pierce is the second wide receiver, the deep threat for the Colts offense. And, I mean, he's a very good player. He was a 1,000-yard receiver this year. In fact, let me give you his numbers, because, again, I want you to understand, this is a man who just got the largest deal, richest free agent contract for a wide receiver in NFL history. Richest free agent contract. Not a guy who's getting re-signed by his team, although he played for the Colts last year. He is getting re-signed by them. He did technically hit free agency, so he counts as a free agent, all right? Whatever.
I guess.
Here's
I guess.
This is what $114 million with $84 million guaranteed. This is what the production level that you get for that. I said he's a 1,000-yard receiver this year. He was. He got 1,003 receiving yards, so he barely got over the hump. Had 84 targets, 47 receptions, 6 touchdowns. I am confused as to how that is worth over $100 million.
So I got two things. Two things when this came out. One, I'm going to tell you why he went back to the Colts. He didn't want to leave.
Oh, they dared him to go test free agency. They said, go ahead and go to free agency and see what happens.
I'm going to tell you what happened, because this happens all the time. It happens more than people know. Like, there's times where you'll talk with your agent right before free agency hits, and your agent will say, this is what the Colts are offering you. And you'll be like, I think I'm worth more than that.
Sure.
And then the agent will say, well, I've been talking to other teams, and they such and such will offer you this. And you like, well, then I'm going to take that. And so he's like, well, you got to hit free agency. So you be like, all right, bet, I'm going to hit free agency. So you get to free agency, and your agent comes back and say, the 49ers is ready to sign you. All you got to do is sign the paper. You're going to say, well, can you go back to the Colts one last time and see if they can at least get in the ballpark of that number?
Right.
And that's probably what happened. And he was like, I'll just go back to the Colts. And his agent's probably upset because it's like, I done got you all this money from somebody else, and you go back to the Colts.
Yeah.
That's probably what happened. But when I seen him sign this deal, it became very clear. It's like a crystal ball.
Okay.
Carnell Tate at 6 for the Browns, because if this is what receivers cost, you better get it in the draft, because that's ridiculous. A wide receiver 2 with that production getting that much money, no.
And they
and then traded your number 1 away. Yeah, no.
Michael Pittman Jr., by the way, going to the Steelers, which he's a veteran wide receiver.
He's DK.
Well, yeah, now he's a number 2 guy there, I guess.
Will Howard throwing the ball.
Hey, maybe. But you know what? If the Steelers bring back Aaron Rodgers, and that is, of course, a tremendous, huge if. Aaron Rodgers says he wants nothing to do with the media while he's on the Pat McAfee show every week. Make that make sense. But he is still undecided if he's coming back. But if he does, one of the things that Michael Pittman Jr. is known for is his ability to run a route effectively. So when Aaron Rodgers loses his mind that guys aren't in the right spots, that shouldn't be a problem with that type of receiver, you would think. So I like that move for the Steelers. I understand the Colts have Tyler Warren, but I don't know, man. Like, Daniel Jones is coming back from a significant injury. Your offense was awesome last year.
I don't think he's playing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like he's probably not even playing next year.
They got Josh Downs, Caleb Downs' brother.
Sure, is he? He is a wide receiver, but he had Sauce's number when Sauce came. Didn't he take? I think he took Josh Downs' number.
Yeah,
That's
he
right.
did.
Yeah, because he was number 1. I want to say.
So I know this.
I'm just saying, like the Colts' strategy here. It's like I get you like this guy, but that's a lot of money for.
And then the Colts don't have a first round pick because they traded it for Sauce Gardner.
Right.
The number looks jarring, but it's because it's a 4-year deal. All the other free agent wide receivers got three-year deals.
Okay.
The guaranteed money is only for 3. So if you break it down like as a 3-year deal, he's technically only the 11th highest paid wide receiver in the league.
That's still too high.
Which sounds a lot better than highest paid wide receiver ever.
I know.
Is my point.
Right. I think that headline was misleading. But what I will say is like
11th wide receiver for that. That's.
I know there's a billion metrics we can go look at, but like if you just look at yardage, just wide receiver yardage, this guy is a big play threat, right? And that is important because he doesn't get as many targets because they usually go down the field with him. He led the league or was second or third, I want to say, in total like yards per catch, like over 20 yards per catch. So that's his game, right? But
when
this guy's 19th in total yardage. 19th in total yardage in the NFL.
My whole thing is
he's getting paid this much.
That means you're telling me that you're confident that if a defense coordinator come out there and game plan for him, he still is going to have production. That I don't think is the. I don't.
You
think
know who they're confident in? Tyler Warren. That's who they're confident in.
That's what I said. Is like they are looking at him as like the true wide receiver 1 as far as production goes. Sure, but yeah, I think that's an interesting strategy by the Colts. I don't necessarily agree with it. All right, more of your hot takes coming up. And Michael Jordan has apparently spoken on an NBA broadcast, and he had a hot take too a little bit. We'll talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
In Worthington, the left shoulder is now blocked on State Route 315. It's that southbound direction just as you're passing 161, so keep that in mind. We also have some major slowdowns if you're heading downtown from the north side. It's a crash on 71 southbound at 11th Avenue. That right shoulder is blocked, but still down to the 20s for your speeds out there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
At Low T Center, we're extending our New Year's promos to give you the new start you need. If you've been feeling exhausted and have lost your sex drive, book a free testosterone test at Low T Center. Pick up discounted peptides and GLP-1s while you're there. Low T Center is the most trusted name in TRT for a reason. Highest quality testosterone covered by insurance and tailored to you so you know that it's effective. This deal won't last forever, so call or head to lowtcenter.com. That's lowtcenter.com and book your TRT appointment today.
No one plans to get into an accident, but when it happens, we strive in making life easier for you. This is Justin Hinderer. The Hinderer Motor Company Collision Center is ICAR certified and certified by many manufacturers to provide the best quality repair available. All of our repairs come with a lifetime warranty. We have our own 24/7 towing service so you never have to wait. Plus, we offer on-site rental cars for every lifestyle. At Hinderer Motor Company, we love what moves you.
The great thing about Atlas Butler is they do it all. Heating, cooling, plumbing. Look, I'm busy with work. I don't have time to wait around or deal with lots of people. One company, one call, and they do it all. Wonder if they'll clean out my inbox. Seriously, offer that service. Please.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
There's nothing Bo Bishop can't do well, except find competent co-hosts. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan. No, I've never heard of the band on T-Bone's shirt either. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Just because we haven't talked about it in the past couple of days, don't think we forgot. Pizza Madness is still going on. We are getting to the Sweet 16 tomorrow.
Yeah.
So please go to pizzamadness.pizza and cast your vote. Make your voice heard. What is the matchups we got for tomorrow?
Pizza Madness brought to you by Billiards Plus. It is Tommy's versus Pizza House. That is in the sausage region. That is the 1 versus 4 matchup. Hound Dogs, a 2 seed, going up against Flyers, a 3 seed. All these
That's
again,
me versus Dylan.
That's right. You haven't had Flyers. Dylan, have you had Hound Dogs?
No.
Okay, I've had both. So, but the good news is we got all the votes. So if it gets close, I can break the tie. But I'm letting the votes decide this stuff on at least the ones that we do. We do, I believe, the sausage and pineapple. So tomorrow on our show, we'll also do Grandad's versus Iacanos. That's an 8 versus 4 seed. That's in the pineapple region. And Adriatico's versus Benny's. Marysville. I love Adriatico's.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody does.
I'm just telling you, if you haven't had Benny's, you've got time between now and tomorrow to go get Benny's, judge it against Adriatico's, because I'm telling you, if you haven't had Benny's yet, you don't know what you're missing. It's very good pizza. So
I never have time to drive all the way to Marysville, Bone. You're crazy.
You know, it's closer than you think. That's what they tell you. It's closer than you think. Every time I see that commercial, I'm like, is it? I drive it every day.
I can't use that
close, but
excuse.
ain't that close.
I can't use that excuse because I drive further than
you do.
Marysville.
That's exactly right. You do.
You're also compensated well to do so.
That's right.
Well, yeah.
That's right. Common Man and Timmy, they are also going to have the Pizza Madness stuff. You can continue to vote. The regions I believe they're doing tomorrow are JT's 1 seed going up against Rubino's a 5 seed. Bexley legendary spot there. Torita's, which if I don't know if Kalshi has a little, prediction market for this, but maybe if it did, Torita's would be one that I would maybe have some money on because they may go win this whole thing. They're very good. They're going up against Pizza Nerds, a 3 seed. So a tough matchup there for both. Sexton's a 1 seed going up against George's in the pepperoni region. That's a 5 seed.
I know how Baker feels about that.
Oh yeah, he said he was not a fan of Sexton's.
It's shocking.
I mean, he said it was still good
as a person that's not even like as much of a pizza connoisseur as you
say that, and yet you know all these places. So don't lie to the people. Tell them you don't know pizza. You do.
But Sexton's is very special. That's like my go-to right
Sexton's
now.
is fantastic.
So to hear him say that, it's shocking.
Emilio's the 2 seed going up against Dante's a 3 seed. So that's all in the pepperoni region. That's on Common Man and Timmy tomorrow, but we will get those whittled down. We are on our way to finding the best pizza in Columbus. Also, it is, one of our favorite segments of the day. We have Hot Take Tuesday, so more of your hot takes coming up in a moment. But here's the hot take for you. Michael Jordan is stealing money from NBC because this man did one sit-down interview with Mike Tirico back in the summer, and they are still getting mileage out of it because they played some audio. I guess this was the newest installment of the Michael Jordan sit-down from 8 months ago. And, of course, the conversation got into a very current debate, which never leaves the NBA. Who is the greatest of all time? Well, they asked Michael Jordan that question. Here's what he said.
The whole GOAT term is never going to be something that I ever will get high or low about, It just doesn't exist with me. I never played against Oscar Roberts or Jerry West. Would have loved to. Absolutely love to. That'd be great. Just as competitive as I am. And I actually learned from them, and we, paved the road to the Kobe's and the LeBrons, right? And to me, it's the beauty of the game of basketball that a player after a previous player has evolved the game further. Mm-hmm. But don't then, in essence, this is where I look at it, Don't then now use that against the player that actually taught you the game or that you learned from. And that's why I have a tough time. And, look, I would love to have played against LeBron and, Kobe in my prime. I would love to have played, against those guys. But we'll never be able to know that.
I'm going to just go ahead and say it right now. That's Michael Jordan's way of saying, don't compare me to LeBron because he'd kick my ass on the court. That's what I think I heard right there.
I heard I'm not the GOAT. Don't ask me. By the way, you hear Tirico in the background like Michael Jordan says, oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh, my God, Michael.
Right. It's Common Man.
That's him and Common Man and everybody else, too, apparently. Like, listen, I know Dylan and Tyvis, like, you guys watched Michael play. You've seen, like, games and highlights and stuff like that, but your like age demographic, if you are under the age of 35, largely what you're probably like remembering of Michael Jordan is what you saw when like after it happened, right?
Correct.
Okay. As someone who watched Michael Jordan play as like, no, I was a teenager and a kid, but I watched him. That was like my 400 years of watching sports. I mean, I can tell you like Michael Jordan is obviously as good as advertised. Fantastic. But like, I don't think we don't have to do this debate. I'm just saying, like, he's not wrong that the game has changed. I saw yesterday, Jalen Green. It was 2 days ago. Plays for the Suns, former number 2 pick in the league.
You talking about Drea's baby dad?
Yes, that's right.
The one who started this young dudes getting with older women, but he was the most committed because he had a kid with her.
For people who don't know, who don't watch the NBA, he's just a guy. He's
borderline all-star.
He was supposed to be that deal coming out, and he has not lived up to those expectations. But he has moments.
He's been hurt a lot, and he has. But when healthy, he can average 18 a game. Okay,
sure.
That's kind of where he's at.
Yeah,
fine player. He had a move the other night where he jumped from the baseline, one side of the hoop, guy comes flying at him. The ball is up in one hand, like he's going to dunk it, switches hands underneath the rim. It was if I could be, it was Michael Jordan. It was the very Michael Jordan play that has all the commercials for Gatorade that he did. The highlight that you see, it was him doing that. And I'm realizing there's 100 guys in the NBA that could do that now. When Michael Jordan did it, was him. Yeah. That was the only guy. Now all these guys they have that move because of Michael Jordan. But we also can't deny that the skill level of the average NBA player now versus when Michael played is very different. And I'm just pointing out that you see plays that Michael Jordan did where everyone will go, oh my God, I've never seen anything like that. Now you see guys do that all the time.
Oh my God, Michael.
Right. And that's what I think some people still remember is how Michael used to do that
and
stuff.
I think the part that you got to remember is they probably do it because of Michael.
Sure. He said, and he learned the game from other guys.
When you hear stuff like that, it's everybody's paying homage to Michael.
So because I'm such a LeBron guy,
but it doesn't matter because Giannis is better than both of them. But that's another story for another day. Go ahead.
If we're making the argument of who would win one-on-one, there is that discussion that I think would always be interesting is, what is Giannis, 7 feet tall? Try to guard him if you're 6'8" or 6'6". It's going to be tough.
There is video proof that LeBron cannot stop Giannis. We can actually go and see that in his prime.
Okay.
So we could, and then if you're telling me LeBron is better than Jordan, what are we talking about here?
Giannis is in his prime right now, and he's on the bench because he's hurt again. Okay.
Giannis got hurt again?
I'm pretty sure.
Look,
anyway,
this is good.
Is that a fact?
All my algorithm has been is this interview and the remastered 1998 NBA Finals Game 3 that's going around on Twitter. That does not age well, folks.
No.
It's cluttered, it's slow, and everyone wants to say that era was better than this era and that all people are doing is shooting step-back threes. What's that different than running around all to just wait for a post-up and for a guy to shoot a turnaround jumper? How is that any better of a shot?
It's just a preference of the game.
One's worth 3 and the other one's worth 2. They're both equally contested. Get out of here.
You have 24 guys that are reliable shooters from the logo. Whereas, I think a good 3-point shooting percentage in the 90s in the NBA was 29%. They would be oh, this guy's actually trustworthy. That's just a different game, right? So
if I had to choose between Michael and LeBron, I'm taking Michael every time.
I'd take LeBron.
Taking Michael every time.
Okay, that's fine. But either way, that debate, I like the fact that, at least Michael Jordan didn't duck from the question, but then he did, I guess, in a way, because he realized, no, he answered it, but he said, let's not compare eras because we all build on each other's stuff. But if you want to read that, he's saying I shouldn't be compared to Oscar Robertson because I'm probably better than him. As far as if we played one-on-one, I'd probably beat him. But if that's what he's saying, then he's also saying, and don't compare me to LeBron and Kobe because they probably would have taken my lunch.
Dylan LW in the chat wants to point out that you are wearing a Air Jordan.
That proves that I'm not biased. I got Jordans on my feet as well. LeBron's still better. Jordan's just better at apparel.
Yeah, there you go. You're a fan of his apparel line.
And he's a better actor as well, but he's not a better basketball player.
All right, there you go. We don't often need to do the who's better. This is not first
let's
take.
Not do this for 5 years.
When Michael Jordan himself kind of has a thought on it, I felt like it's worth bringing to your attention. So there you go. We'll hit the buzzer when we come back. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Right now, noticing some major slowdowns on the north side of Columbus. We're talking about a crash on 71 southbound, just passing Gemini Place, where not 1, not 2, but 3 lanes are currently blocked. And we're really noticing some delays. We're talking 33 minutes out there for many of our folks. It's a 10-mile stretch. So to avoid it all, take that alternate route. 71 southbound, getting off to 36 eastbound instead towards Sunbury. And once you head towards Sunbury, head southbound all the way on State Route 3. That will take you to 2 270. Then head westbound that direction, get you back going southbound on 71. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Protect your home or business with Ramos Roofing. Trusted roofing, siding, and gutter solutions with free estimates and flexible financing. Call 614-761-7663 or visit RamosRoofingOhio.com today. Ramos Roofing. Reliable, local, built right.
Hey folks, winter is here. The number one cost for everyone each month are those pesky heating bills that never stop increasing. It is time to take action and do something about it. Call USA Insulation today and get your home insulated with our premium foam for only $99 a month, interest-free. That's right, $99 a month. You can have a warm, cozy home that you and your family deserves. 529-2440, 529-2440 or USAinsulation.net.
USA Insulation.
It's Common Man and Timmy for our friends at Hollywood Casino.
Oh, it's a big month, Common Man.
Why?
Because there's lots of basketball to watch and lots of cash to win.
That's right. If you're watching hoops, you can reserve your spot at HollywoodColumbus.com. And some of the packages come with $300 in dining credits.
And this month you could win $1 million instantly. Is that your final answer? Plus, there's multiple ways to score big cash prizes weekly.
Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Hey, basketball.
Common Man here for Jermaine. Everybody's talking about affordability when buying a car these days, but the truth is, GoJermaine.com has a great selection of affordable inventory. Maybe that tax return's going to hit your mailbox pretty soon. Well, go see my friends because they have 300 new cars under 30 grand, over 300 used cars under 20 grand, and it's only at GoJermaine.com. And along with their $1,000 price promise, no one's going to sell you a car for less. Get started at GoJermaine.com.
Save big on everything when you shop at Menards. Transform any room with window images, blinds, and shades. We have everything you need for updating your window treatments. We carry vinyl, aluminum, and faux wood blinds, cellular shades, and more. Plus, get them trimmed to width in store for free. View our entire selection of window treatments today on Menards.com. Plus, check out our weekly flyer and find all the great deals happening this week.
Save big money at Menards.
Common Man and Bob Capace here for Worthington Jewelers. Bobby, it's bridal sale time.
Our annual spring bridal sale is March 10th through the 21st. Buy one and get one 50% off on all bridal jewelry.
And don't miss the weekend trunk shows featuring the latest styles from the top designers. And Bobby, if custom is the choice, you're the man for that.
Absolutely. Let us make the ring of your dreams.
Check out our custom ring builder at worthingtonjewelers.com, where Columbus gets engaged.
BMI Federal Credit Union is celebrating their 90th anniversary. As a thank you, they will be celebrating with monthly sweepstakes where 90 winners will win big. Visit bmifcu.org/90 years for more details.
Hey friends, Beamer here, and I just want to let you know our son's about to turn 3 here this week. Baby boy number 2, he could show up any day now. And as you know, I got started on Awaken 180 because I wanted to keep up with the boys, with the babies. Well, it turns out that baby isn't a baby any longer. He has legs and he runs everywhere. Every parent knows this. Kids run their own schedule, so life in our house has gone from busy to really busy, and that's exactly why I'm grateful I started Awaken 180. Chasing a toddler is already a workout. Soon it's going to be 2 little guys who don't slow down. Since losing the weight, I've got more energy. I'm sleeping better. I'm not dragging through the day. I'm more present. And more importantly, I'm more patient. And that matters because this is not about looking different. It's about being active with my boys now and being there for them years from now. Awaken 180 gave me a clear plan, real coaching, and results that last. If you've got a busy season coming up or you're already in one, now's the time to do so. Awaken180weightloss.com. Get started today.
Can you smell it? No, not that. It's tournament time, baby. Catch exclusive coverage of the unveiling of both the men's and women's NCAA tournament.
Live Sunday, March 15th from 6 to 9.
Your home for the madness, The Fan. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. 2 men, 1 appendix. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Joining the program, 1/3 of Bishop and Friends, Eric Reeser.
Gentlemen.
How you doing today?
I'm well. How are you?
When you watch like MAC, the MAC tournament, are you rooting for Miami of Ohio to win it all?
You're asking an Ohio grad
if they're rooting for Miami of Ohio to win it all.
I wanted to see if he could put it to the side. Like
I could during the regular season, except for when they played OU.
Okay,
because I was interested in history. The final game, I wanted Jackson Pavlovetsky to beat Miami on senior night.
Okay,
sure.
I wanted that for him, and he had 2 chances, and maybe at the end of regulation, the most open he's ever been in his life, and they didn't make it.
No, but you know what? I don't feel like it's a bad thing for you who roots for Ohio to not want Miami to win those games like that. I think that should not be a hot take that, like, yeah, you're allowed to hate the team that you've always hated as a OU grad. The Miami OU rivalry, the Battle of the Bricks, all that, like, it's always been
a rivalry, but it's nowhere near the level of a serious rivalry like in Ohio State, Michigan.
I've always thought it was more like the rich kids, like the snobby rich kids versus like the regular kids, more or less. Is that
regular kids that couldn't get into Miami?
Yes, but that's like a point of pride in some ways at OU. It's like, yeah, because we don't, our moms and dad didn't give us like a Lexus for our 18th birthday or whatever, like that kind of thing. Like
we had Travis Steele on Bishop and Friends a couple weeks ago, and he at some point in the conversation, because Bob's dad is a Hall of Famer in Miami. And Coach Steele just went into the Miami sales pitch, and he talked about the public ivy and everything like that. And my eyes rolled back into my skull and then down my backside. Because you just hear that so often.
What did you? I mean, obviously I know it's past now. It's been a few days, but the celebrations afterwards after Miami
if you've
won.
ever been to a game at the Convocation Center, if you ever sat in an Ohio student section, it gets rowdy. Things are said to the opposing team that I can understand in a emotionally charged physical game that turned out to be this past Friday. That at the end of the game, yeah, if I'm Peter Suter, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go and give them the business. We've won. We've won in overtime. We're 31-0. I'm going to let you know how I feel. You're all number one. And I'm okay with that because those kinds of games have that kind of emotional charge to it because everything's on the line. Everything. And that's how March should be. So, yeah I got no problem. If the OU student section is going to give it to them, I'm okay with the Miami players giving it back.
I want to take you to Ohio State practice. Now, there's been multiple people saying, like, when you look at this spring ball starting up, there's a lot of things that people are excited to see. But I want to ask you about the number one thing that should be on everybody's mind, the kicker. Aren't you excited to see that?
No.
You got a kicking battle.
That doesn't bother, like,
not until they get into the horseshoe on April 18th.
Right. There you go.
Then I'll care.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I want to see what, if any, or how Julian Sain takes steps to be the leader of this Ohio State offense. Because spring
You don't think he was the leader last year?
I think he was a leader. Now he's got to be the leader.
Who would be?
Would we say he's a leader and a legend?
Okay, let me ask you.
No, I wouldn't go that far.
So if Julian...
Not putting those two words together ever again.
If you didn't see
how that got out of the focus group, I'll never understand.
This is a big thing. If you didn't look at Julian as the leader on the offensive side, who did you see as the leader?
I saw several. Jeremiah, the obvious one. Carnell Tate.
But I feel like... I don't know if it's different. Vocal.
No, I don't think there was anybody that was truly vocal. Now, I can't ever imagine that Julian's going to be Will Howard, but if he can get closer to that kind of follow me to freedom leadership, I think that puts Ohio State over the top. If you look at the national championship quarterbacks from the last couple of seasons, it's been those guys.
If Cardell's a follow me to freedom guy?
The past couple, man. We're talking. That's 12 years ago, brother.
Well, I'm looking at the national champions.
Over the last couple of seasons.
There's only been one.
Oh, okay, but
Fernando Mendoza, the aforementioned Will Howard.
I was talking Ohio State related.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, he's just saying, like, in general, you got to have one of those guys running the quarterback spot. That's
what it'll make it easier
before us.
Michigan.
Team up north with JJ McCarthy.
No, but he was vocal. He was all about moxie and leadership.
They followed him, right? As weird as he was.
And not as untalented as he was.
So that's what I hope for Julian, because I'm not worried about his escapability. I'm not worried about his pocket presence in the spring. That'll come with the installs and closer as you get to the fall. Maybe if you're asking Arthur Smith about that, sure. But for Julian, I want to be like, how are you going to lead this team? And so we'll discuss that in the next 3 hours on Bishop and Friends. We've got Dom Taberry coming up at 10:30. We're going to try to wrangle Jody Shelley wherever he is in the United States, wherever he is in North America.
Well, yeah.
As he's headed to Tampa for the Blue Jackets and the Lightning tonight. I don't forget where he was for Amazon Monday night, but We'll get into a little bit of the Blue Jackets because sure they lose one, but they get a point, and so now they're it doesn't feel great, but they're closer to a playoff spot. We'll do the Real Truth at 10 o'clock, and then when Ryan Day hits the podium, he will hit the fan after Ohio State's first practice of the spring.
I can't get over these numbers. Kenyatta Jackson and Legend Bay will wear number 2.
Hey, speaking of,
at the
there's
Ohio State.
we could have a leader throw into a legend. How about that? Or hand it off to a legend.
So you have a problem with Kenyatta, a defensive lineman, going to number 2?
No. That's not what I said. That's not what I said. I have no issue with a defensive lineman wearing number 2. That defensive lineman better be Chase Young, Joey Bowie-esque. If you're gonna wear number 2, that's what I'm saying.
That's fair.
That's high. You
defensive players
you
at Ohio
ain't
State
just
have won
putting
that
2
number.
on and giving me 6 sacks like that.
Actual legends.
Yeah, if you wear number 2, double-digit sacks.
So that puts the pressure on you then, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Which is kind of what you want from your leaders.
What was Chase Young's last year at Ohio? How many sacks he had?
Wasn't he a Heisman finalist? So probably pretty good.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, regardless of if he had the number of sacks or not, but I'm sure he did have them. But it was the fact that every defense had to account for the guy. You knew he was the best player on the field, all that stuff. So.
Chase Young's final season at Ohio State, he had 21 TFLs and 16 and a half sacks.
Yeah.
Okay.
So again, if I can't get if I can't get that, you ain't that deuce thing. Come on now.
They were playing Wisconsin, and Chase
literally wrecked the whole game. I was there. That was the last game that I watched as a fan.
But normally, with his hand in the ground, he got up on 2 of his legs and kind of stalked the offensive line, and they called a timeout. It broke Wisconsin's offense. They're like, what? Why is he walking?
Yeah, it's like a predator walking around. You're like, oh no, from the movie. You're like, oh no.
Kenyatta Jackson, double-digit sacks. I needed this.
Okay.
If you're going to wear a deuce, you got to give me double-digit sacks.
That is a bit of a hot take, but also it's Hot Take Tuesday. Bishop and Friends coming up next, 9 to noon, right here on The Fan.
Shove it down your throat.
It's time for the buzzer.
Sponsored by Logan AC and Heat Services. Feeling the chill? Call the experts at Logan Services now for hot deals on Train furnaces, including 0% APR for 60 months.
I feel like I may have no better expertise I bring to this radio station than my gas station knowledge, mostly of food, but of other things too. So when I heard that Buc-ee's was coming to Ohio, right? They're opening one up in Dayton area in April of this year. So less than a month away. Yeah, Huber Heights, exactly right. I was pretty excited about that news. I will keep you up to date. I will be visiting when it opens. But I just saw this from the people up in the city of Mansfield in Richland County. Corporate officials there are saying that a Buc-ee's travel center is planned for the I-71 Ohio Route 39 exit, which is one of the Mansfield exits as you're driving up 71. So that would be one that if you're traveling to Cleveland now, you would have a Buc-ee's. They're saying this will probably be a couple years away. But if you're not familiar with the Buc-ee's, they have over 100 gas pumps. They have a convenience store that is the size of most Kroger's. Yeah, it's a different level if you've never been to a Buc-ee's. So now the state of Ohio may not just have one of them, but 2.
I'll roll right past it.
You're not going to stop? If they get it open, you would stop.
I would have my gas before it is.
Oh, you got to stop and see a Buc-ee's. I mean, my God, get some beaver nuggets. Yeah.
Due to the fact that I'm
jerky
on my way back when I don't have time going up.
We'll make sure we make it. We're going to broadcast live from Buc-ee's this summer. Don't worry. Bishop and Friends coming up next. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. We'll see you tomorrow. T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Right now, noticing some major slowdowns on the north side of Columbus. We're talking about a crash on 71 southbound, just passing Gemini Place, where not 1, not 2, but 3 lanes are currently blocked. And we're really noticing some delays. We're talking 33 minutes out there for many of our folks. It's a 10-mile stretch. So to avoid it all, take that alternate route. 71 southbound, getting off to 36 eastbound instead towards Sunbury. And once you head towards Sunbury, head southbound all the way on State Route 3. That will take you to 270. Then head westbound that direction, get you back going southbound on 71. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.